students are reminded that they must stay in the building during the game or lose their ability to re-enter the contest once they leave. BFA and our opponents remind participants and spectators of the requirement to behave in a respectful manner. Sportsmanship and safe playing environments are the top priorities for all Vermont school-sponsored activities. This is especially true with respect to a person's race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ethnic differences, or disability. Any violation in the game or in the stands can result in game stoppages, ejections, or forfeits. Let's work together to ensure a positive, supportive, and healthy learning environment for everyone involved. We hope you enjoy our stay here as our guests. Tonight's officials are Mr. Streeter and Mr. Streeter. For tonight's starting lineup, for CVU, in goal, number 1, Ella Gilbert. Starting at defense, number 10, Clark. At defense, number 9, Candace Tesher. At center, number 14, J.J. Aldrich. Center left here, number 7, Emmy Bobwhite. And starting at right wing, number 23, MMU. And the right wing, the Hawks. Here, coached by Mr. Matt Duncan. Now for your BFA Comets. Starting for number 31, Montgomery. At defense, number 4, Emma Castor. Starting at defense, number 7, Jillian Smith. At center tonight, number 20, Bree Jarvis. At left wing, number 24, Callie Cushing. And at right wing, number 18, Gabby Brady. And the rest of the Comets, we have baseball furniture, we need a copy. Now we please rise, remove your hats to the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here at the Collins Furley Sports Center for another exciting girls varsity hockey matchup. The BFA Comets will be taking on the CVU Riverhawks coming in out of Burlington area. Great little matchup. The Riverhawks are boasting a very middle of the age team, I would say. They have 9 juniors, 4 sophomores, 3 freshmen, and only 1 senior. So things will look good for this team next year. They're sitting on a 3-11-2 record, but that record does not do their true team's success this year any justice, because they've had a lot of close games. They're facing off against the Comets, sitting on a 13-3-1 record. The Comets still have been unbeaten in state. We have that 1 tie against Essex, a 2-2 tie last week. Essex played an extremely aggressive game, very hard played, great matchup. Comets are looking forward to seeing them in the playoffs down the road. Comets will be starting out with Bree Jarvis, Callie Cushion, and Gabby Frady's up on the line with Jillian Smith and Emma Castor on the point. McKenna Montgomery's between the pipes. Puck is deep in the Comet zone, picked up by Jillian Smith behind the net. Reversing direction after a little pressure from, looks like Carrie Beth Aldridge, 14 for the CVU. Up the boards to Cushing. Cushing one-touch pass to Jarvis. Jarvis is on her way out of the zone. Cross ice. She's got Frady's. Opts to hold onto it. Across the blue line. Moves in wide. Cushing sets up in front of the net. Frady's on the other hash waiting. Points are wide open. Puck does come back to Smith. Smith throws a hard shot in off the pads of number 7 for CVU. And Smith is going to go to the box with a hook right there. Number 7 for CVU. See if their program says is Eva May Buford. Great job getting her body in front of the puck, knocking it forward and kicking it out of the zone. Smith hooked her up with a stick. Easy call for the ref. We get 37 seconds in the first period, and the Comets will be playing a skater down. Alexander for the Comets on the draw. Face-off kind of won by both, but kicked off a deflection out of the zone. Sent across the ice, number 12 for CVU. Ava Walpole looks for a pass across ice, but intercepted by Lily Ferraro. Lily sends it in the zone off the Gilbert's pads into the corner. Kicks back out of the CVU zone. Jillian Matthews pushes it back in. CVU's having a hard time setting up for this. It's out center ice now, but the puck's setting into the Comet zone, picked up by Arlie Richards. Throws her back down the length. Gilbert touches it off the side of the net. It can be picked up by number 16 for CVU. Miles Bryan. Up ice, a hard pass in, looking for number 17. Mackenzie Rivard. Rivard over to 18. Sophie Bryan gets in deep, throws it in front of the net, but it's deflected behind. Richards in there, doing a good job by Arlie getting the puck into the corner. Addie Smith now has it. Back behind the net, looking for Arlie Richards again. Richards will throw it back across behind the net, looking for Jillian Smith. Jillian's trying to one-touch it, misplays it, goes back in behind the net. Richards will pick it up. Pressured by number 12 for CVU, Alice Walpole. Up ice to Mia Delory, and Mia clears the zone into the CVU zone. Addie Smith puts Addie carrying pressure Clark. Clark throws it out of the zone, comes back to her. Clark's coming up ice with it. Clear ice through the center zone. Comets are on a line change. Jarvis is quickly on the ice and chases her down. Touch pass over to number 17, Mackenzie Rivard, but it's now picked up by Maren again. Maren throws it up to Callie Cushing. Callie's on her way into the zone. Good job by Carrie Beth Aldridge to get ahead of Cushing to play the puck around the net to another CVU winger. Throws across ice. It's number 7 for CVU. Even May Buford. Buford crosses the zone. Throws one wide of Montgomery. Picked up by Castor. Off the board. Touch pass to herself. Trying to get it up to Cushing and Jarvis. Good job by CVU pinching and keeping it in. Good pressure by 23. Megan Rivard and Aldridge. CVU looking for Rivard. Across ice, she's got number 8. Back over to Rivard. Touch pass in, McGinn plays it over to the boards, picked up by Jarvis. Jarvis makes a nice little move, and she's free. She's got Cushing on the far side. Jarvis skates it in across the blue line. Tasso to Cushing, just a little strong. Off of Cushing's stick to the boards. Cushing's able to get to it and play it back to Castor. Castor mishandled at the blue line, so pops out of the zone. Pressured by Bryan. Trying to one-touch pass across him again, but Bryan tips it, goes back to Castor. Castor throws it off the glass, up towards the CVU zone, and it's picked up by Bree Jarvis. Makes a nice little move in the blue line. Hard shot, saved by Gilbert. CVU clears it from the zone. It's picked up by Jillian Matthews. Matthews to Richard. Richard throws it into the zone, but I don't know if they'll give her it. Yep, they gave her the benefit of the doubt. She was behind the red line when she threw that. No ice. Intercepted off errant pass out of the zone by Alexander. Alexander looking to hit Braylon Fitzgerald. Throws it long, goes deep in the zone. Picked up by CVU, number 16. Miles Bryan throws it around the net. It's coming up, number 18 off a deflection. Sophie Bryan coming in alone on Artie Richards. Richards pushes her wide. Great job by Richards. Puck's in the corner now. Bryan tries to throw it back out to the center. Mackenzie Rivard, but intercepted by the Comets. Cleared from the zone, pushed back in. Here comes Alexander, pressured by Carrie Beth Aldridge. Gets it into the zone. Lily Ferraro's there fighting with looks like another Mackenzie Rivard. There's a couple twins on this team, the Bryan and Rivard girls. Puck's back to the blue line. Jillian Matthews throws it in, a couple deflections, comes back out. Coming right back into the Comet zone. Richards giving chase, pressured by Carrie Beth Aldridge. Richard up ice to Lily Ferraro. Off Lily's stick onto Alexander. Alexander's coming back into her zone, retreating behind the net. Coming back up, there's Megan Rubard pushing her back behind the net. Over to Jillian Matthews. Matthews up ice, hits Mia Delore. Mia touches it off her stick into the CVU zone. And then chases her touch. Good job by Mia putting pressure on the CVU team, giving the Comets a chance to do a little line change. Addie Richards just skates by Rivard. Megan coming out of the zone. Rivard gets a soft shot. Deflection over to number 7. Puts Eva Buford. Buford puts a shot wide. Jillian Smith and Buford doing the fighting in front of the net for the loose puck. Good job by Jillian Smith. The puck is now clear of the zone. Kate Storms is coming up ice. Throws one over the wide of Gilbert. Gilbert still puts her stick on to make sure. Pushes it to the corner. We got Delore in the corner. Goes around the net. It's going to be pressured by Addie Parent. Kicks out of the zone through McGinn's legs. It's going to be picked up by Jillian Smith. Jillian Smith got some time, turns, looks up ice. Nobody there. CVU players are cutting off the pass lane. She goes the other way and throws it towards Kate Storms. Tip back to Addie Parent and up to Kate Storms again. Kate sends it deep in the zone for a line change. Callie Cushion comes on. Good pressure. Wide pass by CVU. Puck is just under me. Bree Jarvis is there, but it comes off her stick and goes on the stick of Brian. Sophie gets it in the zone. Number 17, Mackenzie Rivard, is with McGinn doing a little battle. Frady tries to throw it out, but it's knocked back in by 19 for CVU. Abby Bunting. Here comes Bree Jarvis crossing in the zone. She's got Cushing. She got Frady's. Nice pass to Frady's. Off! Great job by Bree Jarvis. Throws a pass up in the high slot for Frady's. Frady's throws a hard shot off Gilbert's pad. Comes back out. I thought Jarvis was going to have a chance to push that in, but the defense was right there to cover up. Gilbert for holding on to the puck for the save, and the face-off will be to her right. It's going to also be on the forehand for Jarvis. Look for Jarvis to probably try to push through and take the shot. She's done that a couple times this year. Nope, she goes back, wins the face-off. It goes back to Richard. Richard kicks it in with her skate. Couldn't field it cleanly off her stick. CVU throws it the length of the ice, and you got Jillian Matthews going back after it. Carrie Beth Aldridge just pushing her all the way into the corner. Great job by Aldridge for the pressure. Comets are getting a little tight up here. Rivard picks a puck up, takes a shot, but deflected by Richards in the corner. Rivard throws it back out in front of the net. Touch, a little tip by Carrie Beth Aldridge. A great tip by Aldridge, but Montgomery was there doing a post guard and right into her chest. Kind of rolled down her arm into her glove. Dangerous play. McKenna was there, strong again on the pipes that she's been all year. Face off in Montgomery's left. Alexander on the draw with Carrie Beth Aldridge. Won by Alexander. Castor throws it high. Castor does a great job using the glass. She tips it high, gets it out of the zone. Smart play, freshman. A lot of kids have been just throwing it on the ice and just getting caught up in legs and skates. And here's another great little passing from around the net by Ferraro up to Alexander. Alexander over to Lamphere. Haley throws it on Gilbert. A little soft backhander. Gilbert made the save. Looks like she's favoring her shoulder there, stick side, blocker side. But great job by Castor using a glass going off. You know, it's hard to keep the puck in when you're doing that. Face-off won by CVU behind the net. Looks like number 19, Abby Bunting, throws it up ice. To 18, Brian over to 17, Rivard. Intercepted by Jarvis when it's coming back to the center of the zone. By Alexander. Alexander behind the net. Hits Lamphere on the sidewall. Lamphere skates out of zone. Looking for Ferraro, just a little far ahead of Ferraro, gets into the CVU defense and throws it back to the Comets. Jillian Smith now battling with number 18, Sophie Bryan, but it is clear of the zone. Picked up by Clark. Cross ice, number 12, Alice Walpole. Walpole over to Sophie Bryan. Bryan's into the zone, takes a shot wide of the net. Used a great job by Bryan. She's using Jillian Smith as a screen. Picked up by Alexander. Stalled at the blue line. Should have skated it out. You got to get through that blue line. Does a little loop, comes back out ahead of Steen. She's in the CVU zone. The rest of the Comets are going for a line change. She's just soft back in behind the net. And then following her shot. Good pressure by Kate Storms coming in hard in the zone. Alexander goes off for the change now. You got Storms and Delore in the corner battling, keeping the puck low. Riley Richards up on a point, looking for the puck to come back. And it's a little scrum, and it comes back up. Addie Parent gets it, throws it over, looking for Jillian Matthews, but it's a little bit too wide and goes on to CVU stick. Number 8, Eva Mazer got tied up by 2 Comet defensemen, kept her into the corner. She's got number 7 out in front now, Buford. Great job by the Comets, Addie Parent. Jillian Matthews keeping her behind the goal line. Puck comes up to the point. Number 16, CVU throws it in, but blocked by a skate. Great job by Arlie Richards throwing a skate down in front. Shot by Miles Bryan. Puck back into the zone. Jillian Matthews goes across ice, a little dangerous to the zone. Looking for Callie. Cushing, intercepted by CVU. Aldrich brings it in, throws it high and wide of Montgomery, just past out of reach of her glove hand, but does pop back out in front of the net. Softly to the side, goes deep behind the net. Eva Buford had a little backhand, but she couldn't get any direction on it. Picked up by Arlie Richards down the corner. Good pressure. Cushing, Richards, and Parent all over there. Puck is now high on the point. Point's going back and forth. Bryan on the point, throws a wrist shot in. Montgomery saves it off the bounce. It's Miles Bryan on the point, who threw it cross ice over to 19, Abby Bunting. I thought Bunting had the clear air for the shot, but she had to come right back to Bryan, and Bryan just took the shot. Comets have got to be careful with that pass across the center ice. It's not there, folks. You might see a gold jersey over there, but there's a lot of blue ones coming up the middle. Keep it wide. Jillian Smith behind the corner, throwing it over to McGinn. McGinn back to Smith, comes up to Cushing on the sidewall. Cushing looking for Frady's on the far side, but again, throwing it through the middle and getting intercepted by CVU. Clark backhands it over to Mackenzie Rivard. Rivard tries to step in the zone, met by a Comet, and just falters her. And here comes Bree Jarvis at the puck. Got some speed into the blue line. Tries to make a move. Pass number 19 for CVU, Abby Bunting. Bunting pokes it off her stick. Cushing throws it back up ice, looking for Jillian Smith on a point. Smith over to McGinn. McGinn, hard shot. Good, quick, hard shot by McGinn in off Gilbert's leg into the corner. Picked up by Jarvis. Jarvis in front of the net, hash, and score! Jarvis picks it up off McGinn's nice wrist shot. Gilbert with his leg saved right on a Jarvis' stick. Swoops around the top of the circle. One CVU player got a little bit of the puck off her stick. Jarvis was able to regroup. Just throws a hard wrister. Top corner, blocker side Gilbert. Same side that Gilbert seems to be favoring her shoulder, so maybe he has a hard time with the range of motion. 1-0 Comets, 5 minutes left in the first. Aldrich and Alexander on the draw. Aldrich wins it back to number 12, Alex Walpole. Center ice off the tip. Alexander picks it up, throws it in the CVU zone. Walpole throws it up, looking to clear the zone. It does get out. It's going to be all the way back in the Comet zone for icing. Face-off will be down in the CVU zone. Alexander on the draw with Carrie Beth Aldridge. Won by Alexander, but picked up off the wall by number 12, Alex Walpole. Throws it behind the net. Picked up by Megan Rivard, who retreats behind the net. Flicked over, and you got Lily Ferraro and Jillian Matthews pressuring her, and the puck comes back up to Matthews. Matthews throws it deep. Picked up by Alexander in the corner. And she's got Lily Ferraro in there to help. Ferraro throws it back up to the point. Matthews is over to Arlie Richards, far side. Richard throws a wrist shot off the leg of Megan Rivard. Goes in behind the net now. Picked up by number 9, Cadence Tessier. Puck is now coming out of the zone. Carrie Beth Aldridge pressured by Ferraro and Richards. Softly off McKenna Montgomery's stick into the corner. Braylon Fitzgerald over there trying to pick it up, but it's sent right back down in behind the net. Jillian Smith has it. She's going to throw it up around the board. She's looking for Lily Ferraro. Ferraro gets past Ferraro to the number 7, Eva Mae Buford. Buford throws it in wide of the net. It's going to be picked up by Richard. Richard throws it across ice. Dangerous passes, ladies, but that one was in the air. Bounced past Braylon Fitzgerald's stick. It's going to be brought back into the zone by number 18. I know that's a Bryan. It's Sophie Bryan. Over to the sidewall, number 8, Eva Mazur is giving pressure to it, but there's Bree Jarvis in there, take it off the stick. Hits Gabby Frady's at the blue line. Gabby gets it across right center ice and into the CVU zone. Pressured off the puck by number 6. I think that was number 16, sorry. Miles Bryan. Into the Comet zone and back out. Callie Cushing over to Jarvis. Jarvis has it, makes a little move. Steps into the blue line. She's got a little room. Sucks it right in. Bryan on a nice little toe drag past Brian, takes a shot off of Gilbert, deflects over the net. It comes out into the Comet zone. It's going to go length the ice, no icing. Emma Castor picks it up, goes behind the net. Coming around the wall, Rivard's there to challenge her, out to Frades. Frades backhands it up, almost tipped back in by even Mazur. Does clear the zone. Brought right back in by number 12 for CVU, Alex Walpole, but she's kind of rubbed out on the boards by Cushing. Jarvis backhands it out of the zone, and Cushing is giving chase to it. It's deep in the CVU zone. Cushing and number 19, Abby Bunting. Bunting loses an edge, falls behind the net, and Cushing picks up the loose puck. She's got McGinn on the blue line, hits her. McGinn doesn't waste time. It's a nice little shot, but picked up by number 18, Brian, Sophie. Sophie just throws it out of the zone. It's going to be on net to Montgomery, picked up by McGinn. McGinn curls, comes up ice, and hits Jarvis on the far blue line. Great pass by McGinn. Good look by McGinn on that pass. Jarvis just throws it deep in the zone. Minute 57 left in the first. The clock's winding down. The puck is still in the CVU zone. Tipped down out of the zone. Good pressure right there by Alexander. Kind of stalled the play at the blue line by Megan Rivard. Puck does get into the Comet zone, but out of control basically. And Comets quickly send it back out. Ray Alexander almost had a chance right there, poking it by Cadence Tessier, but Tessier's a long limb girl, big range. Was able to get her stick on it and slow Alexander down. Now Alexander center ice to the puck, turns, throws up ice to Lily Ferraro at the blue line. Ferraro crosses the blue line, gets in by Clark. Clark is a little bit heavy on the body, but that's hockey, it's a little rub out. Took Ferraro off the puck. Puck is now back in the Comet zone. Ferraro back checks, takes the puck off. Even made Buford's stick and sent across ice to Lampier. Lampier's chasing it down, but unable to get control of it before it's thrown out of the zone. Alexander's there doing pressure. Good job by Alexander, but number 17, Mackenzie Rivera, gets it out of the zone. Into the Comet zone again, but sent back out by Riley Richards. Alexander retreats into the Comet zone with the puck. Coming back out after a wheel. Trying to step around Rivera. Rivera takes the puck off Alexander's stick and slides in, takes a shot on Montgomery. A few of these CVU girls, it seems like their stick is 7 feet long. I mean, they're getting it on a lot of pucks, so the girls have really got to protect when they're trying these little moves through center ice. Rivard, the 17, Mackenzie, did a great job getting that puck off Alexander's stick. Face off with Addie Parent and number 8, Eva Mazur. Puck goes to the sidewall, and the Comets and CVU players are battling out. Pops back out to the front. Quick shot by Mackenzie Rivard. Montgomery sticks it to the behind the net. Can be picked up by Warren McGinn. Thrown up ice at the blue line. Just thrown back in by CVU. Riverhawk over on the hashboard, but a defenseman retreated here. They're still able to keep it in. Shot on Montgomery. Montgomery blocks it down and comes to the front, picked up by Smith. Smith and Mazur behind the net. McGinn throwing a puck up to the front. Center ice. You got to be careful of that. It's still there, picked up again by CVU. 18, Brian throwing it in, blocked by a Comet. And that was a dangerous little flurry of play right there in front of the Comet zone. McKenna Montgomery was standing tall in net, thank goodness. But you cannot throw that puck up the center of the ice, girls. Look for a pass or use the boards. There we go, the end one. Comets are up 1-0. And before I roll on any further here, let's reach out to our wonderful sponsors. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners, and thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, and Swan Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Sports Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans, East Fairfield locations, the Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Spurley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast the live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. And then we'll be back here in about another 10 minutes. Look, right now it's a very close game. A lot of pressure in the CVU zone. We're not getting a lot of clean shots on their goalie yet, but they are still turning around and putting some pressure back on the Comets end. The Comets have just got to clean up a few things, and I think they can limit a lot of shots on Montgomery. Let's see how it works out for him, and come on back. Another 10 minutes, get your refreshments, and get ready. It's Dave Jackson. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to the second period at the Comets and CVU Riverhawks matchup here on a Wednesday night, and I am so sorry, folks, but I forgot to wish you all a happy Valentine's Day. I hope you're home having a romantic dinner with this game right there on the 2. Comets got a 1-0 lead right now after 1. Jarvis, Frades, and Cushing will be up on the line. You got Arlie, ever-exciting Richards, and Jillian Matthews on the point. CVU is going to be sending out Carrie Beth Aldridge, Megan Rivard, and Eva Mae Buford on their wings, with Miles Bryan and, get the number here, Alex Walpole on the point. Comets with a draw and wins the draw. You get Jarvis in the zone, playing the puck, touch pass back to Matthews. Matthews comes, slides in, hard shot wide into the corner, picked up by Cushing. Cushing's going to come around, looking, throws it into Carrie Beth Aldridge, skates, comes back to Arthur Wallace and just tosses it behind the net. Picked up by CVU. Bryan throws it around the net. It's going to go up the boards. Cushing's there, and so does Richards. It does get poked out. Great job by Buford. Get it down to the Comet zone, but Matthews sends it back up a little bit wide of Grady's. Picked up by CVU. He's going to try to throw out of the zone, but Matthews slides up on the blue line and keeps it in. Throws it off the leg pad of Gilbert. It was going a little wide, but Gilbert makes that save just in case. Puck clipped up off the boards. Richards pinched in, but number 17 for the Cougar Hawks, Mackenzie Rivera, throws it out of the zone. Now it's back in to the zone, but backhanded out. Carrie Beth Aldridge giving a chase. Met by Jillian Matthews at the blue line. Matthews throws it out. Looked like it cleared the blue line, but the ref says no as it comes back in. A little soft shot. Mackenzie Montgomery gloves it to the corner. Back to the point. Shot in, blocked down by Arlie Richards. Richards throws it up ice. It hits off 2 sets of skates, and here comes the puck out of the zone into Bryan's stick. Bryan throws it up off the Richards stick. Richard throws it length to the ice. It's going to be icing. A little bit of disarray that so far in this period. Not a lot of clean hockey. Girls going to take a little breath here. Put it back together. Face off will be to Montgomery's right side. Alexander going in off the draw. And you got Mazur facing off with her. Won by Alexander. Picked up by Castor. Touch pass back to Smith. Smith going around the net. Stops. Goes back the other way. Passes over to Alexander. Alexander coming up ice. Looking to catch Braylon Fitzgerald, but tipped by a CVU player. Stalled at center ice. Fitzgerald's there. Brevard steps around her and comes up ice with Mackenzie. On to Bryan. This will be Miles Bryan, I believe. That was Sophie, sorry. Sophie coming into the zone, but met by 2 Comets, and it comes back out with Emma Castor. Emma Castor's got Alexander on the side, but she opts to throw it in wide of Gilbert. Picked up by number 9, Tessier. Good job, Alexander, tying up 3 Cougar Hawks behind the net. Cougar Hawks, I'm sorry. So this is a combo team. Puck comes back up the blue line. Emma Castor throws it back in. I've been calling the CVU Riverhawks, but that would be their boys' team. But the girls' team is a co-op with CVU and Mount Mansfield. Sorry, folks. Puck comes back out the blue line, picked up by Addie Parent, who dropped back to cover. Comes to the center ice, throws it wide of the net. Braylon Fitzgerald goes, gives chase, puts it back up to Castor. Castor throws it deep behind the net, and past Tessier's stick, but picked up by Clark. Comes up ice, backhands it to the center ice, to Mazur. Mazur one touches it over to number 19, I believe that was. Puck is sent into the Comet zone, but it's going to be picked up by Addie Parent in their own corner. Comes behind Montgomery in the net. It's up ice with it. Center ice. Passes it over to Haley Lanfear, just a little bit in front of her, and lands up on Miles Bryan's stick. Miles Bryan throws it back towards the Comet zone. Mia Delory over there in Missouri doing battle with the puck. Tipped off over to Castor's stick. Castor's crossing center ice. She's not in control of the puck as she crosses the blue line ahead of the puck. So we'll have a little reset. Offsides. Jarvis, Cushing, and Frades coming out for the Comets. Richards and Matthews on the blue line. Megan Rivard on the wing. Aldrich on the center. And you got number 15 for the Cougar Hawks. Eva Lewis was coming on for the change, but they waved her off, and they're bringing Bryan back out. Sophie Bryan. Miles Bryan on D with number 19, Abby Bunting. Face-off won by Jarvis, but backhanded deep in the Comet zone, chased down by Matthews. Matthews throws it up ice, gets it back out of the zone, picked up by Frades. Frady's is looking to pass across. Cushing missed the pass, but carried the puck in herself. Score! Here we go, number 2 for number 20. Gabby Frady's looking to pass cross ice to Callie Cushing. The puck was knocked off a pad. Back to Frady's. Frady skates it into the zone. Takes a shot from the top of the circle. Off Gilbert's stick with a nice, fat, juicy rebound. Pops out, and 20 is there to throw a quarter in a soda machine. 2-0. Comets. Jarvis with their second. Face-off won by Jarvis. Back to Matthews. Good pressure by Megan Rivard. Puck is still bouncing around in the center ice zone. Now you got Matthews over to Richards. Richards up to Frady's. Frady's into the zone. She backhands it over to Cushing. Cushing backhands it towards Jeanette. Kicked off a skate. Number 19. Abby Bunting kicks it to the side. No harm there. Now picked up by Aldridge behind the net. Throws it around the boards hard. It's going to be picked up by Richards on the far side. Just throws it back in the zone. Right on to Jarvis' stick. Jarvis has got some room to play with. Comes right back out in front of the net. Throws it on Gilbert. I'm not quite sure if every hockey jersey is made with a tractor beam in your chest where they put the emblem, but every shot seems to hit that goalie right square in that emblem. Good save by Gilbert off the emblem into the glove, and she holds onto it. Face off to her left. Alexander, Braylon Fitzgerald, and Lily Ferraro. Alexander Ferraro back to Smith. Smith throws it in. Another one. Loose in front off a Gilbert save, and I believe this one's went in. It's going to be number 8, Braylon Fitzgerald. It was hard to tell if it was Alexander or Fitzgerald. But 2 Comets right there to play the rebound. Came off Gilbert and went far outside the crease. She dove on her belly, and Fitzgerald flicks the backhand over and into the net. Goal number 3. I believe that's Braylon's second goal as a Comet. Gotta love it and see the freshman score. Face-off won by Bunting. Not Bunting, I'm sorry, that's Mazer. Brings it in the Comet zone, but met by a couple Comets, and there's going to be a little offside there as the puck kind of bounced back and forth over the blue line. So Mazur and Alexander will reset outside the blue line for the draw. Mackenzie Rivard and Eva Lewis on the wings. Clark with the puck, passes it across ice to her defensive partner Walpole. Walpole throws it in the zone, but met by Lily Ferraro. Mazur takes it off Ferraro's stick, puts it off Jillian Smith's skates and into the corner. They're trying to send it back up the boards and get it out. Now it's going to be picked up by Alexander. The senior captain skates across and looking for Fitzgerald on the far side, but it's intercepted by Rivard. Walpole's now picking up the deflection, backing in and throwing the puck back up ice. Hits Alexander. Alexander takes it and ran into Lily Ferraro on the blue line. It looked like Alexander's going to have a little bit of a space to go, but teammate puck is now in the CVU zone, picked up by Clark coming behind the net, looking up ice. She's got some room. Met by Jarvis and Cushing. Throws it the length of the ice, missing her. Looked like she was looking for Eva Lewis on the far side, but it got ahead of Lewis and went the length, so it's going to be icing. Resetting to Gilbert's blocker side, right side. That is where she's been favoring her right shoulder. Let's see what happens here. Again on Jarvis's forehand. She may shoot. Pushes it, tries to push it through Aldridge. Aldridge does a great job keeping her legs wide, getting in front of the puck. Now it's going to be chipped out by Tessier. Tessier hitting Rivard. Arlie Richards holding the blue line, staying strong. Great job at Arlie playing defense on this. Puck is sent back in. Little one-touch pass by Jarvis past Brian. Chases it down the corner, wheels to the boards, comes back out. She's got Richards. Richards is looking for Matthews. Matthews is sneaking towards Richards instead of staying wide. Puck comes out of the zone. Throws it in, the Comets had to clear. It's going to be brought out by Tessier. Tessier gets in past the red line, loses it before she crosses the blue line. Picked back up by Jarvis. Jarvis has got a little bit tight up there by 19, Abby Bunting. Great job by Bunting to slow Jarvis down because otherwise Jarvis was going. Puck is now in the Comet blue line. Matthews is trying to throw it up ice, blocked by Carrie Beth Aldridge, and is back into the Comet zone. Arlie Richards will give chase to it, sending Matthews to the front of the net. Good communication by Richards. Puck coming up ice now by Jarvis. Good tip. Tessier holding a blue line for CVU and just poke check the puck off Jarvis' stick before she can get ahead of steam going. Puck is back in the Comet zone. Mazur behind the net makes a nice little move. I don't know if they call that a sockal little pivot, whatever. You edge skaters know better than I do, but anyway, nice move, throws the puck out front, dangerous play, but kick to the side. Puck back in to the Comet zone after it retreated out. Good job by the CVU putting some pressure on, but there's a deflection, and Jarvis is picking it up, and we got a breakaway by Jarvis. In on Gilbert, makes a little shoulder jab, backhand. Goal number 3 for Jarvis. Good jab step by Jarvis with that left shoulder fake. Brought Gilbert down, out of the play, and all she had to do is pull it back around to the right. Backhand over the sprawled out Gilbert. That's 3 for Jarvis today. BFA doesn't really make a note of awarding players when they hit their 100 points, but I can tell you, Jarvis has crawled over that century mark probably a few weeks ago. Addie Parent wins the draw back to the D, but good pressure by CVU breaking through the Comet line and putting pressure on the D and putting the puck deep into the Comet zone. Carrie Beth Aldridge is doing a wonderful job at center. Good forechecking pressure. Puck is deep in the Comet zone, but it does come up. Kate Storms was trying to get pressure onto number 19 at the blue line, Abby Bunting, but Bunting did a good job getting around her, keeping the puck in. Clark just dangling a puck on a blue line. I thought it was going to come out, but she did a great job wheeling it on a blue line and getting it back around, just putting a tough shot on Montgomery. McKenna will hold on to that for the whistle, and the face-off is going to be to her right. 7:48 left. Comets up 4-0. Draw won by CVU, but great job by Lily Ferraro stepping through, taking the puck for her. Skates it out of the zone. Here it is at center ice zone. Ferraro throws it in off the boards, but it's going to be icing. Couple more steps for Lily, get across that red line, then you get that puck into the zone. Face off, come all the way back down the Comets, resetting right back where it was about 30 or 20 seconds ago. Mazer and Alexander doing the honors for the face off. Won by Alexander, picked up by Braylon Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald into the corner up, looking for Alexander, who's got it now, makes a move, steps around one of the Bryan twins. Gets it up ice. Braylon Fitzgerald helps her out. Gets it into the CVU zone. Mazer comes in front of Matthews and gets it out. Richards is there to take it off Mazer's stick and throw it back up ice, but picked up by Rivard. Rivard to Bryan. Bryan throws one in on Montgomery. Pops out in front. She covers it. That'd be Sophie Bryan, 18, and Mackenzie Rivard. Good pressure by 18, 17-18. A lot of juniors on this CVU team that's going to bode well for them next year. Carrie Beth Aldridge on the draw with Jarvis. Seems like Aldridge is on every faceoff. Won by Jarvis. Now it comes up out of the zone off Cushing's stick on Frady's. Frady's gets it touched off her stick by Tessier. Goes to the side, but Frady's still with the puck. Puck is tipped in the air. Jarvis goes reaching for it, trying to glove it down, but it misses her glove and picked up by CVU and cleared to the zone. It's going to be icing. I'm just talking hockey. You folks at home all know what you're seeing, right? I'm just kind of throwing some names and numbers at you. Much better skate for the Comets. They're getting a lot more concentrated effort out of the forwards, charging the net, picking up the rebounds. Defense doing a great job holding the line. Good back checking. Won by CVU, brought by Tessier, up ice by Tessier. Tessier steps around Matthews, but Callie Cushing's there on a back check. Takes the puck deep in her own zone around the net, frees it up, and tips up onto Jarvis' stick. Jarvis is trying to squeeze through Megan Rivard, and I would believe that was Sophie Bryan, and no go. Puck comes back in to the Comet zone. Shot off the post, ricochets back into Montgomery's pads, and she just sprawled expertly on that puck. McKenna heard that puck come off that goal post, and it looks like me when I hear the dinner bell ring. Very quick move. Good job covering that, McKenna. Great shot by Aldridge. Face-off won by Missouri, brought back, but goes a little bit wide of the wing and gets all the way out of the zone. Defense couldn't track it down. Good pressure by Braylon Fitzgerald on Clark. Then Alexander steps up to help her as well. Puck ends up on Missouri's stick at the blue line. She gets it into the Comet zone, but Fitzgerald's all the way back there now, giving her pressure. Ends up in the corner by the Zamboni door. Still down there, you got Alexander in the corner. She's getting a stick stuck in the wall and kind of pulled her off the puck. She looked like King Arthur pulling the sword out of the stone over there. Puck back to the blue line by Walpole. Shot off a pad. Now it clears the zone. Picked up by Clark. Clark center ice, turning and hits Walpole on the far side. Walpole is on the red line center ice and dumps it in. Right onto Jillian Smith's stick. Smith up to Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is pressured by Clark. Clark and Rivard. Back in the Comet zone. McGinn takes it across ice. He hits Ferraro. Ferraro's looking for Fitzgerald, but ends up on 17. Mackenzie Rivard's stick. Tries to get into the zone, but Jillian Smith keeps her out. Now you got Lily Ferraro working against Missouri. Really tough battle. Puck ended up deep in the CVU zone. They're coming up off the boards with it, and it does finally clear. Mary McGinn picks the puck up in the Comet zone. She's looking across ice. Backhand up center ice. She's looking for Alexander at center. But you got Sophie Bryan right there to keep it into the zone. Alexander has to retreat. She goes behind the net, pressured by Rivard. Megan skates up ice with it. Cross ice pass to Haley Lanfear. Off Lanfear's stick. She chases down. Gets it into the CVU zone. Lanfear still with the puck. Stalls at the goal line. Turns around, comes back up ice. Over on to number 18, Sophie Bryan's stick. Sophie just launches it above everybody to center ice. Good idea by Sophie. But brought in by the Comets, Addie Parent. Addie Parent over to Addie Richard. Richard throws a arcing shot in. Gilbert with the save, and Mia Delorier goes in there and makes sure that Gilbert's got a strong hold on that puck. She gives it a little whack. Mia used to be a defenseman. It's good to see her get feisty up there. Addie Parent wins the draw over to Richard. Richards throws it across ice to Matthews, but it gets a little bit strong. Gets past Matthews and back into the Comet zone. Richards now with the puck. Pressured by number 23, Megan Rivard. Puck finally clears the Comet zone, sent all the way back down. It's going to be picked up in the CVU zone by Miles Bryan. There's going to be a penalty here. I think hand pass. The puck got launched up in the air as Bryan lost an edge. And I don't know if she swatted it with her hand, but swatted it over to Carrie Beth Aldrich. Whistle will bring it all the way back in the CVU zone. Line changes for both teams. 3:59 left in second period. 4-0 Comet lead. Both goalies have got some pretty difficult saves. Draw one by Jarvis all the way back to Castor. Castor's backhands it into the corner. Picked up by Gabby Frades and Tessier doing a battle, and Tessier wins. Tessier gets it off the stick of number 17, Mackenzie Rivard, and gets it up ice. Comes back out of the Comet zone. Jarvis crossing blue line, sets her legs for a nice little move. Wheels around, back to Castor on the point. Castor throws one into the air off a pad. Picked up on a rebound to Cushion. Callie Cushion picks the puck back up off her shot. Now she's got the puck on the high board. She's going to look for Castor, center ice. Nice pass, a little firm. Bounces off Castor's stick, but picked up by Gabby Frades. Gabby skates it back in. She's got Castor back on the blue line. A little bit of softer pass, easier to handle. Castor throws it in soft, bounces off Missouri. Tessier picks it up and she skates it out of the zone. Tessier's got a nice little speed, but Castor pokes it off her stick to the sideboard. Goes in behind the net, and you got Callie Cushion pick up on the sidewall. She got Missouri there giving her pressure. Cushion chips it up the boards. Picked up by Clark. Pressured by Jarvis. She gets rid of the puck, but intercepted by Cushion. Cushion's got a little bit of space, but she's getting great pressure by CVU on the back check. Flicks it backhand wide, goes around the net, and picked up by Jarvis. Jarvis is being pressured on the sidewall by Rivard. Megan. And Megan takes the puck off Braylon Fitzgerald's stick and throws it on a chrome off the boards behind the net, trying to get out of the zone. Hard shot by Alexander on net. A couple tips on the stick. Gilbert did a good job staying on it. Face off beat at Gilbert's left glove side. Alexander and Carrie Beth Aldridge. Again, Carrie Beth Aldridge is out here every other shift. She gets logging a lot of ice time for CVU. 2:26 left, second period. CVU is running two lines, and they're having a hard time keeping up with the shift changes here. It's a long change this period. Draw one by Alexander back to Matthews. Matthews touch pass up the boards to Ferraro. Comes back to Matthews. Over to Richards. Richard throws it into a crowd of people. Blocked down. No harm. Now Lily Ferraro picks the puck up out of the zone, throws it in. Comets clear up and are right back in at the game. Clark in the corner with the puck, charged by or pressured by Ferraro and Fitzgerald. Oh, Fitzgerald picks puck up. No look past the center ice, and there's nobody in her colored jersey there. Ends up on Rivard's stick. Rivard up ice. Hits carry with Aldridge. Aldridge gets a knock to the side. He picked up by Alexander off Matthews' skate. Alexander turns up ice. She's got all kinds of room. She's got Ferraro with her. She's got 2D, and now you got Brian coming in, 18. Sophie for the back check. Great job for CVU back checking. Alexander's behind the net, looking for a pass back off ice, off the board, to Arlie Richard. Arlie Richard has a hard shot, tips off a stick over the net on the glass. Oh, here we go. We got some danger. Richard misplays the puck, picked up by number 18, Brian. Brian goes in on a breakaway, and Montgomery is there for the save. 18. Sophie Bryan picks up the misplayed puck off Richard's stick, and she was free from the blue line in. She made her move. Montgomery followed her all the way, threw a backhand on her, and Montgomery made a pad save. But Mackenzie Rivard picked up that rebound and threw it on Montgomery again. Montgomery held on to that one. Good job, McKenna. Comets, you got to get back here. You can't have a breakaway, then have the next person touching the puck being the CVU player. BFA wins the draw, and here comes Kate Storms. Takes a step to the center ice, a little backhand towards the goal, and Gilbert was looking for Addie Parent up ahead of her. Gilbert's able to play it to the corner. Puck is now clear of the CVU zone, thrown right back in. Comets retreat, clear up, they're back in. Kate Storm is giving pressure to Tessier. Tessier throws up ice to 17, Rivard. McKenzie. Now Tessier follows it up on the blue line and helps push it through, and she's chasing it down in the Comet zone. Tipped off the boards by Jillian Smith to get it out. And Kate Storms over to Mia Delory. Mia Delory coming up ice with it, crosses the red line, backhands it over to Storms. Just a little bit in front of Storms. You got Addie Parent and Kate Storms doing good pressure. The puck gets thrown up ice, but Jillian Smith is there to keep it in. Mia Delory there, back to Smith on the blue line. Smith over to McGinn. McGinn, nice hard shot, just goes wide of the net. McGinn's got a great shot from the point. Give her time, she's dangerous. Puck comes back out to McGinn, slides in the top circle, lets it fly. Hard wrist shot into Tessier's midsection. Bounces back down, Addie Parent backhands it in behind the net. Kate Storms there to do pressure as well as Mia Delory. Delory gets the puck. Chip pass off the boards up to Smith and the blue line. Smith throws one in, off a couple sticks, and it's in! Goal! I don't know if that's going to be a Mia Delory goal or Jillian Smith. Mia Delory whacked at that bouncing puck. Went in the net. Let's see what goes through the line here. And they didn't do the traditional train run along the bench, shake hands, so I'm going to have to wait for that wonderful man running the clock down here, John Coffey. Countless hours of volunteering to do these games with the boys and the girls. Thank you, John. So I'll wait for John's announcement here. 5th goal of the game. Great job by the Comets. Good pressure. Draw one by Jarvis at the horn. So Jillian Smith gets the goal and assisted by Mia Delory, 13. I thought Mia Delory might have had a chance to get credit for that goal. Great work by Mia in front of the net. But anyway, she's still on a score sheet with an assist. Comets finished that period, just really putting a lot of pressure on CVU in their own zone. They did make a few defensive errors, but McKenna Montgomery was there to stand up for them and keep the puck out of the net. So we got... So right now we're sitting, Montgomery has 10 saves for the game, and Gilbert for CVU has 12. 12 saves, so 17 shots in all. But a great second period for Comets. They're really putting some things together, making things work. CVU's running 2 lines. Comets are still running 3+ lines, and it's really wearing CVU down. Before I go, I want to shout out again to our wonderful sponsors. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Service, Sticks and Stuff, Swanton Lumber, Northwest Council and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair with locations in St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Purley Sports and Fitness Center. And if your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. And another important announcement too. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Council and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential hot emergency service line. It's 802-524-6554. Then press 1. Or you can always just dial 988. One call could save a life. And if any of you couch potatoes sitting at home want to get in a great seat to watch a hockey game, there's no better place to watch it than from behind a camera provided by Northwest Access. You can get up here and learn how to video a game or anything, like a town hall meeting. And Northwest Access is always looking for talented people that they're willing to train. So give them a call at 802-782-8676 and let them know you're interested. They can always use extra people out here, folks. And it is a paid position. Dave Jackson saying we'll see you in a bit. 10 minutes, get your break, get your snacks, and come on back. Comets up 5-0 after 2. Welcome back to the here we go. I'm going to try that again. I got new lips today. Welcome back to the Collins Burley Sports Complex, folks. Comets are getting ready to start out their third period, facing off the CVU Cougar Hawks. 5-0 lead for the Comets. A great second period after a slow start in the first. A little sloppy start to the period, but they really tightened it up. Put a lot of pressure in on the CVU zone. CVU's had some great chances, but McKenna Montgomery in net tonight was doing an excellent job tracking and staying with every puck, covering up rebounds. This CVU team is going to be a bear next year. They got a lot of experience coming back, losing only one player, gaining some new help as well. Aldrich on the draw with Jarvis. Face-off comes right across the center ice to the boards and kicked in by Cushion, picked up by Jarvis. Aldrich in the corner with her. Puck comes back up to Cushing on the boards. Throws it a little wide to Gilbert behind the net. Comes around to Matthews at the point. Sneaking in, throwing it low. Mia Deloria is out there on the wing with Cushing and Jarvis. Puck is now cleared out and picked up by Aldrich at center ice. She's crossing it over and gets around Arlie Richards and thrown wide of Montgomery across the front. It comes back to the blue line. They kick it back in off a couple deflections. It still is right there in front of the net, but picked up by Jarvis. Wheels around, do a little toe drag, comes up past to Eva Mae Buford and just chips it off the boards. It's going to go the length for icing. Chipping off the boards, going for a line change, a little bit firmer than she wanted. Puck will come all the way back into the Comet end. It'll be a face-off to Montgomery's blocker side, right side. Alexander steps out into the circle, waiting to do the draw. Should be facing off with Eva Mazur. Won by Alexander, back to Jillian Smith. Skates behind the net, stops, turn, comes back up the boards to Alexander. Alexander takes it back behind the net now. Pressured by Rivard, 17. That'd be McKenzie. Pushes her wide, but Alexander's able to skate it out and gets it looking for Frady's at the blue line. Off Frady sticks to Ferraro. Ferraro back to Jillian Smith at the blue line. Hard shot in, tipped off Gabby Frady's stick softly to Gilbert. Gilbert covers up for the whistle. This should be a good little line with Ferraro, Alexander, and Frady's. All skate well. Draw one by Alexander back to Ferraro. Ferraro hard shot in. Off a couple bodies. Does make it to Gilbert, but it's kicked to the side. 19. Abby Bunton takes puck off our 19. Alexander stick and thrown up ice. It's going to be picked up by number 18 at center ice, Sophie Bryan. Good job by the Comets keeping her wide, pushing the circle, and Alexander comes out of the zone with the puck. Cross it in, all alone for the Comets. She's got Lily Ferraro sneaking in now, setting up shop, center of the slot. Cross back over to Jillian Smith. Smith throws it deep. We picked up by Lily Ferraro in the corner. Ferraro skating back up. She's got Addie Parent coming in, looking for the column for the puck, but it skips past Parent and comes out of the zone. Sent back up the ice by Matthews. Comes back to Matthews. She throws it in long from center ice right on to Gilbert. Gilbert pads it over to number 16, Miles Bryan, and the puck is thrown out of the CVU zone, goes the length of the ice for icing. I keep looking down at the CVU roster here. It's a very small print, or I'm old and I just don't see as well, but I'm going to go with a small print. Addie Parent on the draw with Carrie Beth Aldridge. Puck is won back to Arlie Richards, who has to come in and play a hard shot through some crowd. It goes into the corner. Puck comes back up to the point. Matthews throws it into a crowd in front of the net, and it's knocked down, and the rebound shot again on Gilbert. Gilbert holds on to it. We'll have the face-off to Gilbert's right. 12:36 left. I just say, you folks at home are really going to appreciate me not singing this song to you. Face-off went to the side, kind of won by nobody, but it does come out of the zone, and great job by number 23, Megan Rivard, to put some pressure on Jillian Matthews, but Matthews was there just enough to tie it up. Puck is cleared back out of the Comet zone. Gabby Frady's, I believe it. No, that's Braylon Fitzgerald, sorry. Great job by Fitzgerald trying to hold the puck in the zone. Alex Walpole is able to muscle it out and get it back into the Comet zone. Arlie Richard picks it up, throws it up ice. Looking for Fitzgerald. Off a CVU stick, a little tie up in center ice, but here comes Addie Parent with it. Laterally across the blue line. Can't quite get it in. Kept out by number 17, Mackenzie Rivard. Thrown up ice looking for Delory, but Missouri comes in with the interception. Brings it into the Comet zone. Stop at the hash by Arlie Richards and Parent. Missouri is working hard. Parent loses an edge, goes down, but Mia Delory is able to clear the puck. 19 for the Cougar Hawks. Abby Bunting backhands it across ice, looking for Miles Bryan. Throws it up ice, but picked up by Matthews, thrown out into the CVU zone. And it's just like a tennis match at this point. Comes right back in the Comet zone. Sophie Bryan trying to come in, but she's met by Matthews and Richards. Takes the puck off her stick, throws it behind the net. Puck picked up by Haley Lanford on the far side. Over to Mia Delory, up to Bree Jarvis. Jarvis across the blue line, backs up a little bit at the top of the circle, give herself some space. She's looking for a pass, looking to get look like Lanford on the far post. CVU just does a good job crowding the zone. Puck is now cleared. Picked up by Jarvis on a back check. Steps in front of Sophie Bryan on that, and up ice she goes. She got Lanfear with her. Lanfear's just going to the front of the net. Jarvis backhands it that way, but it's going to be intercepted. But 19, Abby Bunting tries to clear the zone, but is met by a Comet defense and kept in low. Off Gilbert's pad to the corner. It's going to be cleared by 16, Miles Bryan, looking for a line change. Picked up by Alexander behind the net. Ray wheels around as she's met by Carrie Beth Aldridge on the far side of the net and goes back the other way. Coming up ice looking for Frady's off another player's leg and tipped over to number 7 for CVU. Eva Buford. Buford tries to get it back in the zone, but it comes back out. Lily Ferraro now with the puck. Good head of steam into the CVU zone. Takes Tessier wide. Nice pass back to Gabby Frady's. Tips off Frady's stick to Jillian Smith. Smith throws it wide. Back up to McGinn on the blue line, but here comes Rivard, 23. Steps in, a little breakaway, but she's met by a great move by Smith. Jillian Smith angled her and kept the angle going and kept Rivard wide. It would be number 23, Megan Rivard. Kept her wide. Shot came in from the side, but it got Montgomery out of position. McKenna's back was turned up ice as she was facing in net, and Rivard was able to take her momentum around the net and try to pick up a loose puck, but McKenna was able to right the ship and be there for the save. Puck is tipped out of the zone. Great job by Kate Storm and Addie Parent putting some pressure on the point. Tessier and put a good run towards the CVU zone. Jillian Matthews steps in at the point here on top of the circle to help. Trying to get the puck down low, and it is. And here comes Tessier giving Addie Parent chase behind the net. Parent takes it. One touches a pass to Kate Storm. Storm walks out from behind the net and takes a nice backhand into Gilbert. Gilbert for the save. Kate Storms looking for a goal. Good work by Parent Storms on this play. And Matthews pinching in deep to the circle. Missouri and Addie Parent for the job. Won by Parent over to Storms. Storms back to Arlie Richards. Richards throws it in the corner. Picked up by Storms. Storms throws it out in front, but it's picked up by Tessier. Tessier behind the net backhands it up to Sophie Bryan. Sophie Bryan, one touch pass out the board to herself. She's got a little run going. She's got a 2-on-1. Steps through Matthews with the puck, but Matthews is there with the body still and didn't let her go by. Good job by Jillian. Puck goes to the corner. Bryan takes another shot. Goes wide at Montgomery off another shot from number 17, Mackenzie Rivard on the rebound on Bryan's shot. Puck is clear from the Comet zone, thrown wide and chased down by Kate Storms. It's going to be picked up by Mackenzie Rivard, turning up ice with it, looking for Missouri, but there was Callie Cushion deflects off her stick. Now it's going to be picked up by Mia Delory, takes it deep around Clark. Clark backhands it to Gilbert. Gilbert hits Gilbert's leg pad. It looked like it was going to go harmlessly across the front of the net, and it was almost had a chance of being deflected off the goalie into the net. Nice job by Mia Delory. Good hustle, working hard. Callie Cushion, Mia Delory, and Haley Lanfear will be the forwards out there. So we got a little reconfigured. The Comets have changed some things up. The face-off is won by the Comets. It's picked up by Cushion, backhands up to McGinn. McGinn over to Castor. Castor throws one off Clark. Clark for the block. Clark follows her block to the corner, and she comes up ice with it. Throws it across ice, hits Carrie Beth Cushion, skates it out of the zone, gets across the red line and sends it deep. Chased down by Aldrich. Castor's there to meet her. Great job by number 23, Megan Rivard, to pick the puck up on the far side net and just throws it out for a one-time shot of number 7, Buford's, but misses the net. Comets come back out of zone. Lampier with a good head of steam. Crosses the blue line and just dumps it low. Callie Cushion putting pressure. Castor steps in on that pressure, trying to help out in a little pinch, but Carrie Beth Aldridge did a great job clearing around Castor, getting it out of the zone, but she threw a little too far and it's going to be icing. Carrie Beth is logging a lot of minutes at center, and I'm sure she's been a converted defenseman. Carrie Beth used to play on the blue line back when they were U10, U12 days. Doing a great job up front. You got Mazer on the draw with Alexander. Mazer wins it, muscles it back to Tessier, but good pressure by Alexander. Coming back around the net, and then it does get cleared. And you got Jillian Matthews and Sophie Bryan chasing down the puck, but here comes Riley Richards. Great angle by Richards to get out and ahead of him, and returns the puck to center ice zone. Sent back in by CVU, picked up by Matthews. Matthews coming out of the zone, looking, chips it off the glass, boards, up to Gabby Frades. Tied up at center ice a little bit. Frades manages to get it and throws it deep. Picked up by Miles Bryan behind the net. Goes around the net looking for Mazer at the blue line. Richards is there. Slow her down, but here comes Rivard. 17, Rivard steps in, intercepts the pass, and it's going to be picked up by Sophie Bryan. Throws one off a pad of the Comets. It's going to be a penalty on the Comets. Hook and play. Mackenzie Rivard anticipated that pass, stepped into the passing lane, and that's where the Comets have got to clean up their puck movement in center ice. Throwing it around a little too loose, and that's going to cost them a penalty. Lily Ferraro behind the net for 2. But great anticipation by 17, Mackenzie Rivard. Jumped up on that pass, and she had herself a little run until the Comets had to do a little illegal hold to slow her down. Puck wins by Jarvis behind the net to McGinn. McGinn throws it up the boards. Addie Parent picks it up. Good pressure by Tessier and number 7, Buford, to keep it in low. Buford there working hard with Addie Parent on a hash. Parent's just really outworking a girl twice her size. Jarvis is meeting Clark at the blue line. She tried a one-touch pass around Clark, but Clark was there to keep it in. Makes a couple moves in front. Throws it towards the net. She's got a little pass over. Looking for a nice little shot on off wing by Rivard, but now it comes out, and here's Jarvis on a little breakaway. That was Jarvis is looking to go blocker side on Gilbert. Gilbert makes the save. Not sure what the whistle, maybe the puck was up in the netting. On that save, it was kind of hard for me to see where that puck went, and some of the players actually stalled up themselves. Minute 15 left of the Ferraro penalty, 5:53 left in the third period, 5-0 Comets. Mazer did a great job tying up Alexander on that draw. CVU gets control of the puck. They're trying to get out of the zone. They do. But it's going to go a little bit wide and can be picked up by Arlie Richards, who chips it back up in the center ice zone, where we'll begin that little game of tennis, the neutral zone. 12 for the CVU. Alex Walpole throws it up ice. She gets it to Rivard. 17, Mackenzie. Throws it softly to Montgomery. Montgomery kicks it to the corner. Rivard picks it back up behind the net. Throws it up ice to Miles Bryan. Miles Bryan takes a top shot off a pad down to Alexander's stick. Alexander ices it and then follows it. She follows Miles behind the net. Miles turns up ice and throws it right on to Braylon Fitzgerald's stick. Fitzgerald keeps it in low. You got Sophie Bryan, Miles' sister, coming up with the ice, throwing a puck up to number 17, Rivard. Mackenzie goes behind the net looking for Walpole, but it goes too far and it's going to be picked up by Fitzgerald. Braylon takes it, muscles through a crowd, and backhands it back in the CVU zone, and Ray Alexander will be the first one there. Picks it up, makes a nice little step around 1D, comes around the circle of the back end deep, passes it up to Jillian Matthews who snuck into the top of the circles. Matthews is wide open. Great move by Alexander to, first of all, hustles out all the players, get to the puck first. A couple nice moves, keeps building herself some space. He comes right around and hits a nice pass on a Matthews stick. Matthews throws one on Gilbert. Gilbert for the save. Good looking play by the Comets. Jarvis on the draw with Carrie Beth Aldridge. Surprise. Won by Jarvis back to Delory. Delory up ice to Castor. Castor throws it back in deep. It's going to be picked up by 19, Abby Bunting. Bunting up passes up the wing, comes off the wing wall over to number 7. Buford just throws it deep in the common zone, races down behind the net and gets there first and tries to get the power play set up. Mia Delorey's there to put the pressure on it. Taps off Mia's stick onto Jarvis. Bree Jarvis comes out of the zone, pressured by Carrie Beth Aldridge. Jarvis steps around one defenseman. Backhands for number 7. It'll be the 6th goal of the game. Great effort. Carrie Beth was doing all she could to keep Jarvis away from that puck, but Jarvis has just got too much speed. She gets into the zone and just pulls the puck through a defender's legs and steps between Aldridge and that defenseman and right in on Gilbert alone. Gilbert had nothing she could do. Got Gilbert moving right to left and she just slid the puck behind her. 6-0 Comets. Draw won by Parent, back to Castor. Castor decides to skate it into the zone. Parent steps back and covers for her on the blue line. Castor gets in below the goal line, backhands down in front of that, looking for Kate Storms. It's going to be picked up by the CVU. They try to skate out of the zone, and they do. Sophie Bryan now has the puck, and she's got 17. Mackenzie Rivard with her. Great back checker by Haley Lamphere. Takes it off Bryan's stick before she can get the shot off. Number 2 from nowhere coming in on the back check. Puck ends up to Clark on the blue line. Over to Miles Bryan. Miles Bryan throws it into a tangle of bodies. Kate Storms tries to skate it out. Miles just knocks it off Kate's stick and goes back into the common zone, deep in the corner. Castor picks it up, does her another high chip off the boards. Hard to handle the blue line. Great job, Emma Castor, on clearing the blue line. Young defenseman at home. That's how you do it. Don't throw it on the ice where it's going to get a stick or a skate. Throw it up high, off the glass, off the boards. CVU coming back in. Clark skates the length of the ice, throws one at Montgomery's head. Montgomery throws her glove in front of it, whacks it away. It's going to be picked up by Gabby Frades. Frades comes up. She's got Lily Ferraro up in front of her. Frades is skating it. Takes it in wide. Back to Braylon Fitzgerald in front of the net. A little bit off Fitzgerald's stick. It was a great pass by Frades and Fitzgerald. I don't think Fitzgerald's ready for it. Puck comes back to Arlie Richards on the blue line. She throws in a lob shot from the blue line. Off a body, picked up by Frades. Frades throws one at Gilbert. Gilbert jumps on him for the whistle. Yeah, Frades had Ferraro out ahead, but she held on off the skated in and then makes a beautiful pass. Once she got low, Fitzgerald was just kind of there, just not ready for it. Good puck movement by the Comets. Alexander, Carrie Beth Aldridge at the draw, won by Alexander, comes back up to the point. Matthews throws it into a tangle of bodies, comes back to Matthews. She picks it back up, throws it in the corner now. Picked up by number 12, Walpole. I've been saying her name all night. Throwing it up ice. Celia Scriber was met by Mia Delorey pinching and still kept in the zone, but now it's finally popped free by number 23, Megan Rivard. Over to Aldridge stick. Aldridge throws in. Bouncing puck off Montgomery's stick. Sticks to the corner. Good job in here by the Comets. Pressured by Rivard and Carrie Beth. Arlie Richards with it behind the goal line. Throwing it up the boards, but there's Rivard and Ray Alexander and Aldridge. A lot of girls working hard along that boards. Both colored jerseys. Everyone's working hard out here, folks. 21 now for the Cougar Hawks. Celia Scriber. Battling Jillian Matthews behind the net. Matthews over to Ray Alexander. Up the ice to Callie Cushion. Callie Cushion's going to skate it out. Backhand pass over to Alexander. Off of Carrie Beth Aldridge's body back to Alexander. Carrie Beth throws it across ice. It's going to be picked up by the Comets as the Cougar Hawks go for a line change. Matthews is looking to throw it up ice for Callie Cushion, but intercepted by Tessier from the blue line, stepping in. Good job by some of these CVU players anticipating the pass and getting in the lane. Puck coming back out of the common zone by Cushion. She's skating it in. She's got Kate Storms going hard to the net. Cushion throws one in off Gilbert's pads and be picked up by Sophie Bryant. No, I'm sorry. 15, Eva Lewis. Met by a Comet skater and sent Kate Storms and sent back into the CVU zone. 52 seconds, clock's running down. Bree Jarvis on the ice, and she's looking like a shark. She wants one more. Thrown in off Castor, knocked down by number 17, Mackenzie Rivard. Rivard skates it out. Back check by Jarvis, pushing it to the boards. Throws it in wide. Another signature Emma Castor off the glass, high and out of the zone. I'm a defenseman, folks, and I just love it when I see a defenseman get the puck out of the zone the right way. Puck center ice, picked up by Lamphere. Backhands it across ice, looking for Bree Jarvis. Jarvis just a little behind. Kicks back up to McGinn, the blue line, throwing up the boards. ends up over the center ice, and Lanfear does a one-time shot off the bouncing puck, throwing it towards the net. Cast over to Lanfear again. Lanfear takes another shot, goes wide. Good hard shot by Lanfear. Good work on that accuracy. Puck's in the corner. And that will do it, folks. Both teams skating hard right to the end. CVU did not give up, no quit in them. Working hard, pressured the Comets on every puck. Great win by the Comets. A lot of players getting to play a lot more ice time in different positions with different players, so they're getting comfortable with each other, which is good. When you got a team that can just seamlessly throw a combination, like 6 different combination of lines out there, and these girls can just still perform at a high level, it's very impressive. Speaks well of the coaching staff and the girls' efforts. But thank you all for tuning in to see this live broadcast, and as always, it's available to watch later in the night or the week or the year. Just come right to the Northwest YouTube page and search Comet Hockey, and you can pick through a bevy of games, all great games. And this wonderful broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. And thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Council and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans, East Fairfield locations, The Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. And if your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact us at 802-782-8676. And another big shout out here. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Council and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you're concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency service line, 802-524-6554, and then press 1. Or you can always dial 988. One call can save a life. But thanks again for tuning in. Great job by Northwest Access. Again, Will was awesome on the camera, and I just hope you like the broadcast. And the boys will be playing CVU, the Cougar Hawks, which is not a co-op team, right after this. So tune back in and watch another high-flying BFA win. Take care, folks. Dave Jackson saying have a great night.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. Check, check, check.
Keep going?
Yeah, I don't hear anything, but if it sounds good, it's probably fine.
Yeah, it's sounding alright. Not sure why you're not hearing anything.
Like, I can hear that, but I can't hear, like, what I'm saying, I guess.
Is there any chance you could check the phone for the girls' game? Is there any chance you could check the phone for the girls' game?
I wasn't given one. Sorry.
Check, 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 check.
I can hear you fine.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine, I guess. Check, 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 check,
You can
check.
hear this fine?
Yeah, I can hear you lightly, very lightly.
Okay, so
Yeah, that's
there we go.
a little bit better. Yeah.
That one's this one, that one's
All right.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. So alright. Same level. And I was adjusting on the master. Should we keep them same level the whole time?
Yeah, that should be good. That should be good.
Alright.
All right.
So I'm gonna keep you muted until after the anthem. Does that sound alright with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Doubleheader, home of the BFA Comets and Bobwhites. For tonight's game, we'll be visiting CVU and your BFA Bobwhites. Please remember there's no smoking anywhere on school grounds. Students are reminded that they must stay in the building during the game or lose their ability to re-enter the contest once they leave. BFA and our opponents remind participants and spectators of the requirement to behave in a respectful manner. Sportsmanship and safe playing environments are the top priorities for all Vermont school-sponsored activities. This is especially true with respect to a person's race, gender, sexual orientation, religion, national origin, ethnic differences, or disability. Any violation in the game or in the stands can result in game stoppages, ejections, or forfeits. Let's work together to ensure a positive, supportive, and healthy learning environment for everyone involved. We hope you enjoy your stay here as our guests. Tonight's officials are Ms. Hayes and Mr. Chamberlain. Now for our starting lineups. For CVU, goal number 1, Tommy Barnes. At defense, number 3, Calvin Mullane. On defense, number 8, Alex Pavelski. On center, number 7, Connor Mullane. At left wing, number 17, Xavier Barnes. And right wing, number 5, Travis Strode. Mr. J.P. Brown. Now for your BFA Bobwhites, starting in goal, number 31, Steven Watson. Starting in defense, number 21, Tomas Jimenez. At defense, number 24, Alex Will. At center, number 13, Thomas Baker. Starting at left wing, number 4, Jack Perry. And at right wing, number 22, Bo Pinnock. And the rest of the please, now we please rise the junior national playing for national anthem.
and Jason Bliss with Northwest Access here. Division I boys high school hockey, BFA Bobwhites taking on CVU Redhawks. BFA Bobwhites coming in at 6-10-1 overall record, 4-7-1 in league play. CVU Redhawks coming in with a 5-9-3 overall record, 3-6-3 in league play. Last meeting on 1/13. Teams tied each other down at Carnes, so close one there. Record-wise, both these teams are very closely matched up. BFA's last 5 games, they are 1-4, so struggling a little bit on that aspect. They beat Spalding 3-0 back home here on February 3rd and lost to Essex down at the Essex Skating Facility 2-1 on February 7th. On the other side of the coin here with the CVU Redhawks, they are 2-3 in the last 5. January 27th, getting a 7-5 win over Rutland, and January 31st, a big win over Middlebury 4-3, but having a few losses to Rice, Spalding, and Colchester. So both these teams kind of on the losing end recently, but look for a good matchup tonight. Jack Perry and Bo Parent jumping up on the first line with Tommy Wilbur centering those guys. So look for the chemistry to be mixed up a little bit from last game. I know Swainbank jumped up there on wing. So look for Coach Roberts to, shake things up a bit. Face off now, starting first period. And CVU getting into the BFA zone, dumped in by Mulaney. And Zemanek there, Mulaney fighting for it. Jack Perry now for BFA. Can't get it out of his zone, losing his balance. Dumped in on net, kicked aside by Rathburn. Bo Parent now holding, looking for support. Wilbur takes a big hit. Kept in by Travis Stroh for the Redhawks. Zemanek now looking for Parent. Can't find him. CVU now with a turn shot, blocked there. And the Redhawks now with a great forecheck here, kept in. Here's Zukowski. Zukowski with a great move, just wide. Watch out for Zukowski. 4 goals, 4 assists on the season, 8 points for him. Senior defenseman for the Redhawks. Back now, CVU will reset. Is Mulaney. Mulaney looking for his man, number 24, Keefe. They couldn't connect. Back there is Zukowski with speed, him just losing the puck. And coming now are the Redhawks. Here's Nick Menard. Menard with 27 points on the season, working into the BFA zone. And Zemanek's all over him. And Menard still with the puck, just losing it. And BFA finally managed to get out. Here comes Tatro. Tatro could have a 3-on-1. He dumps it in deep. And coming in for BFA now. Good move there. And CVU picks it up, number 13, Holmes. Holmes working it back to White. And White gets it up to his man, Keefe. Keefe just losing it to Tatro and shot wide. And back now for the Redhawks is Bernier. Bernier drops it off. And CVU working through the neutral zone. They will keep the puck and hold it on. Good job by the Redhawks here to get in the BFA zone. Stroh now takes a little digger. And losing the balance, BFA gets it out. CVU again will have to reset. Working D to D are the Redhawks. Picked up here by Wilbur. Wilbur coming in with a shot. Great shot there by Tommy Wilbur with an early goal in this first period. So a turnover there by the Redhawks. Wilbur picked it up, went in and buried bottom left corner on Barnes, and he hits the easy button. BFA up 1-0, 12:49 left in the first. Pretty sure the goal was unassisted with the turnover, but we'll find out. The goal sounds unassisted. So Tommy Wilbur with that goal. Props to him. And CVU now working out of the zone. Zemanek back for BFA, trying to get it out of the zone. And they do so. Dumped back in by the Redhawks. Pressured hard. Connery here for CVU. Connery still with the puck, looking for support. Wilbur and Connery battling, and they will ice the puck, BFA. So beautiful goal there by Thomas Wilbur, getting into the Red Hawks zone, just with a nice low shot over Barnes' pad, and him getting rewarded. Faceoff will be in the BFA zone. Really keys to success tonight. BFA, they need to be physical but stay smart. Lots of shots on target and goaltending by Rathburn. Shot there by Stroh. Glove down by Rathburn. And there's what I'm talking about right there. They're going to need solid goaltending from Deegan to have success tonight. Good shot by Stroh. Good save by Rathburn. And Bo Parent now just losing the puck. Shot there, just wide by Stroh again. Travis Stroh. 11 goals, 3 assists for the Red Hawks, 14 points for him. Looking to get another one. Red Hawks turnover, and BFA says no. Down in the zone now is Barnes. Barnes takes a hit from Zemanek. Clark now is going to reset. Clark with the normal bubble. He has the cage on tonight. And dumped down in the zone was number 3, Mulaney. And the Red Hawks down deep is Barnes. Shot there, just wide over the net with Stroh again. Zukowski can't keep it in for the Red Hawks. He will use his speed getting into the BFA zone. Alex Zukowski. No shot there for him. Zukowski pinched off by Benoit, and Benoit trying to get the puck out. Jack Perry now manages to get it out, and BFA almost taking an icing, but goes off the referee. Back now for the Red Hawks, Mulaney. Mulaney with the puck, just can't handle. Mulaney now looking for his winger. And gets it up, trying to find number 15, Bernier. Bernier couldn't handle that one. And BFA dumps it out again. Icing call. So Red Hawks guys to watch out for. Number 20, Nick Menard, 19 goals, 8 assists. Number 5, Travis Stroh, 11 goals, 3 assists. And defenseman, senior, number 8, Alex Zukowski, 4 goals, 4 assists. You'll probably hear his name a lot tonight. Zukowski, been a 4-year player for the Red Hawks. And shot there just wide by number 24, Keefe. Zemanek gets it up to Parent. And Parent tries to find, number 18, which I don't have on the roster. So we'll work with that one tonight. And coming the other way now is Mulaney. Getting into the zone. He couldn't get in deep. Back now is Holmes. Holmes finding his man. And dumped down deep was Keefe. And Zemanek there gets it out, trying to find Parent. Resetting now was Stroh. Stroh couldn't get it deep in the BFA zone. Stroh again off the boards. And BFA dumps it back in was Bo Parent. Back now for the Red Hawks, Walpole. Walpole looking for his man, Connery. Connery getting into the BFA zone now with speed. Connery and Tatro. Tatro pressuring hard for BFA. And they both can't connect. And kept in the zone was Walpole. Walpole with a shot, kicked side by Rathburn. And Connery now with the puck. Good spin move by Connery. Connery looking for support out front. Close one there by Brady Jones. But a good pass out front. Brady Jones trying to slam it in. Rathburn with a good save. Face off there, lost by Wilbur. BFA just manages to get it out. 9:20 left in the first, 1-0 BFA. Pass up to Stroh, he can't handle. Stroh finally does. Stroh getting into the BFA zone. Travis Stroh working behind the BFA net. Stroh looking for support. Good spin move there by Stroh. Trying to look for somebody out front. Stroh still with the puck. Gets it up to the point to Mulaney. Mulaney with a shot just wide. And Zukowski now kept in. Looking for support down low to Mulaney. Mulaney and Stroh now down low. And they get it up. Zukowski will keep it in. Shot from Zukowski. Good block shot by Wilbur. Perry now for the Bobwhites off the boards. He manages to get it out. And Mulaney will reset. Mulaney gets it to Zukowski. Good move by Zukowski, and he gets it into the BFA zone. CVU Redhawks will change a few guys. And shot out of the zone. BFA will take another icing call, waved off. Excuse me. Back now is Barnes holding it. And Bernier gets it up to Stroh. Stroh and Zemanek working all over each other. And good D there by Zemanek. And Zemanek gets it to his D partner, Alex Wilbur. Him just losing the puck. Up to the point, shot just wide. Good shot there by Zukowski. Good shift by him. And coming the other way now is Tatro. Tatro getting in the Redhawks zone. He dumps it in on Barnes. Barnes kicks it aside. Back now Holmes. Tegan Holmes for the Redhawks getting up. Good pressure there. And Redhawks get it down deep was Keefe. And Menard down low for the Redhawks. Menard, leading point getter for the Redhawks. Shot there from the point. Good block by Bo Parent. Good block by him right in the skate. He will take a change. Bo Parent with a nice goal last game, just throwing the puck on net. He was successful with that one. And back now for the Redhawks is Jackson White, working hit to his D partner, Holmes. And resetting now is Trevin Keefe. Intercepted by Perry. Good interception there by Perry. And BFA can't keep it in. Coming the other way is Menard. Menard working into the BFA zone. Menard with a chance. Close one there. Gets it out front. Nobody there. Slap shot. Great save by Rathburn. Good shot there by Phelan. Nice little one-timer by Phelan. And we're going to have a whistle. Looks like we might have a penalty here. Net's off. Excuse me. So face-off will be in the BFA zone. Big win by the BFA Comets, 6-0, 4 goals by Bree Jarvis, so congrats to her. Northwest Access Player of the Game, I'm sure, unless she's got one already. So congrats to the BFA Comets, 6-0 win. Back now for BFA. Work D to Clark. Clark now dumped in and off the glass of the bench, and we're gonna have a whistle. So face-off will be in the neutral zone. 6:26 left in the first. 1-0 BFA. So Tatro will go up against Jack Bryan. Jack Bryan winning it back for the Redhawks. Coming in now is BFA. Great hit there. And kept in. Deep in the Redhawk zone now. Still kept in. Tatro picks it up. Couldn't get a shot off. Good block shot there by the Redhawks. Coming out now is the Redhawks getting deep into the BFA zone, dumped in. Good dump there by Phelan. And kept in now by Jones. Jones can't get it deep. Coming the other way is Tatro. Tatro for BFA. He will try to get a shot on that. Good block shot there by Mulaney. Mulaney will have to reset. And Kovu Matthews off the boards. He will dump it down deep, and that will be an icing. So good start for BFA to get on the board early, that 12-minute mark. And a beautiful goal by Thomas Wilbur with that low shot. So CVU just breaking down there, allowing Wilbur to get in and getting a shot off. So face off here for Wilbur and Mulaney. One back by Mulaney. And behind the BFA net now, Zemanek has time. Zemanek manages to not get it out, And Wilbur now fighting with Perry and Bo Parent. Bo Parent, if he hurries, will get it in the zone. He flicks it off the glass. And Zukowski now for the Redhawks. Zukowski with time. 5:10 left in the first period. Perry with a good interception there. He was trying to get it deep. Stroh now. Stroh working up to his man, Barnes. Barnes now deep in the BFA zone. Barnes trying to find support for Mulaney. He's not there. Wilbur now coming the other way. Good breakout by BFA. Bo Parent could not settle that pass down. So intercepted now by the Redhawks. Barnes just losing the puck to Wilbur. Wilbur again, he flicks it out. And BFA will get a change. Back now, Holmes. Holmes with speed has time with BFA changing. Holmes working fast to the neutral zone. He gets it in deep. Great speed by Tegan Holmes for the Redhawks. Holmes still with the puck. Good shift by him. He gets it up to the point to Jackson White. White can't settle, and here comes the Tatro the other way. Tatro with speed. Good defense there by Menard. Great D. Almost Tatro getting a good backhand off. Good D by Menard. Menard again just losing the puck to Tatro. Good pass there, up to number 15, Bernier. Bernier getting in the BFA zone, shot just wide. Number 24 now, Keefe. Keefe keeping it in. And Keefe can't settle. And BFA still having trouble getting out. Clark finally does. He pass off the boards. It will touch, so it's not going to be an icing call. Back now, Walpole. Walpole for the Redhawks looking for support. He gets it up, trying to find his man, number 24, Keefe, and he couldn't settle. And kept in now by Walpole. Shot there just wide and behind the net. Close one there. Kept in by Walpole. Walpole can't get it deep, and Perry manages to flick it out. And that will be an icing. 3:17 left in the first. 1-0 BFA. So Coach Roberts switching things up tonight, putting Bo Parent and Jack Perry up on the first line. So him getting a little chemistry switched around. And it looks like we got a loose mouth guard on the ice. And first line for the Redhawks, Barnes, Mulaney, and Stroh. It's a strong line for the Redhawks. Not out right now, but that was their first line that started the game. So Tatro getting his mouth guard back. Pardon me tonight, folks. Few BFA players with few numbers I'm not aware of on the roster, so bear with me. And shot there just wide. And shot off the boards was Alex Wilbur. He couldn't get it out. Kept in by the Redhawks. Connery now. He couldn't settle. Shot there wide by Brady Jones. And Jones just trying to get it. Jones still with the puck. Jones out front, nobody there. Rathburn with traffic in front of him, nobody can find it. And BFA manages to get it out, close one there. Rathburn trying to poke it away. Coming in the zone now is Mulaney. Mulaney has time. He will try a wraparound, nobody out front. And coming the other way, Coville Matthews, he flips it out. And we'll have another icing call. 2:34 now left in the first. BFA kind of panicking a little bit when they get the puck and just flipping it out before the red line, causing these icings. But better to be safe and just get it out of the zone and reset things. So now we have the first line out for the Redhawks against the first line for BFA. And face out there by Mulaney. He can win it back. Shot there by Stroh. Just over Rathburn's shoulder. Kept in by number 13, Holmes. Holmes keeps it in and gets it down deep. And Mulaney now. Mulaney trying to find out front. Nobody there. BFA manages to get it out, trying to find Coville Matthews. And back now for the Redhawks, Holmes. Holmes can't find anybody. He will reset things. Holmes now, Tegan Holmes. Working his way out, pressured by Wilbur. Wilbur, the goal scorer for BFA. And off the board, Stroh now. Stroh gets it into the BFA zone. Good move by Stroh. Shot there by Stroh. And gobbled up by Rathburn. But good little move by Stroh, finding his way into the BFA zone, and a good shot. Stroh with 11 goals on the season. You can see why. Good moves by him. So Menard on the face-off, he wins it back. And Tatro now just losing it. And here's a shot. Bernier couldn't get a shot off. He's going to work it back to Zukowski. And worked in, trying to find Bernier. Bernier just losing it, and BFA will ice it. Yeah, so things looking a little different on the BFA bench tonight. A few players missing. So things getting switched up a little bit. Not sure what's going on there, but BFA's got to play either way. Menard now trying to get the puck out front, covered by Rathburn. Nick Menard for the Red Hawks, very dangerous player. Senior for the Red Hawks. He's been around the past few years. Definitely a name that I myself remember. Stroh as well, and Zukowski, all great players. Menard now getting held up by Wilbur. Menard still with the puck, just trying to get it out front to Keefe, and he couldn't settle. Back down low, Menard couldn't handle. And Wilbur now will off the boards, nobody there. And down deep in the BFA zone, having trouble breaking out, Menard looking for support, he finds it. Shot there from the Red Hawks, kicked wide by Rathburn. And back behind the net, picked up by Tatro. Tatro will ice it down. It's a very odd plays by BFA right now. They're not really setting anything up or breaking the puck out, just kind of icing it and making the line changes. So we'll get Wilbur line out for BFA, as well as the Mulaney first line out. Mulaney, Barnes, and Stroh. And Stroh with a shot, blocked there. Close one for BFA. Perry now. Perry with speed, hooked a little bit, no call. And we will have a call. And we're gonna have a hooking call on CVU Red Hawks. And it looks like number 17, Xavier Barnes, going to the box for a hook. So BFA will be on the power play for 35 left in the first. And Wilbur can't win it back. Good face off there by the Red Hawks. Coming the other way with speed is Zukowski. Zukowski in the BFA zone, shot there, kicked up by Rathburn. And Stroh now. Stroh for the Red Hawks. He loses it to Wilbur. Wilbur has time. Wilbur finding no one, so almost an icing call. Zukowski now, he will dump it down. The other side, Rathburn will have to hold. And that will be the first period, so there'll be 1:25 left on the Barnes call for hooking. But solid first period there for BFA. Getting on the board was Thomas Wilbur getting that first goal, but not a lot of setting up for BFA. A lot of icings, a lot of just things don't seem as they usually do for the Bobwhites. Like I said, a few missing players tonight, so things are a little mixed up. Obviously, I don't have the information why, but I think BFA is just kind of hanging in there at this point with what they have. So. Yeah, good shot there by Wilbur, and him getting rewarded on that great low shot over Barnes' pad. So I think BFA needs to keep the shots going, kind of set things up a little better for the second period. Be physical, but be smart, and they'll be on the power play starting of the second period for 1:25. And just a few words from our sponsors here. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. And Northwest Access TV is looking for part-time videographers. If you're interested in media production and recording other community events, please check out the jobs tab at northwestaccess.tv for more information. Training can be provided for the right candidate. So we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back for second period action. This is Jason Bliss with Northwest Access, and we'll be back for second period. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Bliss with Northwest Access bringing you Division I Boys High School Hockey. BFA Bobwhites taking on the CVU Redhawks. BFA 6-10-1 on the season, CVU 5-9-3. So similar records for both these teams. BFA with a decent first period. Didn't really get a lot of things set up, but Wilbur with that little interception going in and having a great goal with a nice low shot over Tommy Barnes. So props to him for getting that first goal early for BFA. But BFA will be on the power play starting the second period for 125. Xavier Barnes going to the box for a hooking, so he'll be in the box for 125, giving BFA that little, minute of power play in 25 seconds. So got an updated roster, so now I'm good to go for the second period. Number 18, Donovan Rathburn, getting some reps for the Bobwhites, as well as number 27, Mason Reed on defense. And Coach Roberts mixing things up a little bit with the first line. Wilbur centering, but Bo Parent and Jack Perry on the left and right wing for BFA. So face off now, start of the second period. And one back by the Redhawks. And BFA on the power play. CVU will dump it down. Rathburn will hold for Zemanek. And Zemanek taking his time. Stroh from the Redhawks with a little bit of pressure. And Perry now getting over the red line, dumping it deep. And BFA really not going deep on the power play here to set things up. Stroh now, Travis Stroh for the Redhawks getting in the BFA zone. Stroh with speed, tough angle, no shot for Stroh. Stroh just wasting the time on the clock. He will bring it down and hold. Travis Stroh again, he will dump it down on Rathburn just wide. 40 left on the penalty. And Menard now deep in the BFA zone. Nick Menard holding the puck, wasting more time. And the Redhawks just getting a light shot on net. Trevin Keefe, not a lot on it, but a shot on Rathburn. So 27 seconds left on the Barnes call. And we'll be back to 5-on-5. Tatro now on the faceoff against Menard. And one back by Menard. And he couldn't handle. BFA gets it out. Dumped back in by Trevin Keefe. And Rathburn holds it for Clark. Clark with a good little spin move. Clark holding. 15 left on the power play. And BFA really just not a lot of urgency tonight. And now Rathburn getting it deep in the zone. Donovan Rathburn for BFA. And BFA couldn't get it deep. Back to 5-on-5. Again, the Redhawks looking for a connection there, and we'll get an icing call. So, like I said before, not a lot of urgency on that power play. I don't think BFA had any shots. And Stroh doing more than anything, wasting out of crucial seconds of that power play and not allowing BFA to get any touches on the puck. Wilbur now the face-off against Mulaney. Mulaney wins it back. Wilbur now looking for Perry. Those two can't connect. Stroh now for the Redhawks, poked away. And delayed offsides, but they do tag up. Colville Matthews for BFA. Colville Matthews, good self-pass for him, and BFA gets it deep. Good job by Colville Matthews. Not a lot of pressure here from BFA either. Colby Magnan out for BFA. Colville Matthews and Tatro. And coming in now is Magnan, shot wide. Coming the other way now is Barnes. Barnes just losing the puck. BFA dumps it back down deep. And no pressure from BFA again on the forecheck. And off the boards coming the other way now is Zach Barnes. Barnes for the Redhawks. Shot there by Barnes. And Rathburn gobbles that one up. Close one there by Xavier Barnes. 12:29 left in the second. Still 1-0 BFA. Face-off will be in the BFA zone. Jack Bryan and Wilbur. Wilbur getting a lot of reps tonight for BFA. And we're gonna have another face-off. Wilbur kicked out. Perry will jump in. And Perry with a good win. Clark trying to get the puck out, kept in. Shot there by Zukowski, just wide. Deep now in the zone is Connery for Redhawks. And couldn't be kept in by Mulaney. Mulaney works it over to Zukowski. Zukowski to Mulaney. Mulaney works it up to his winger, Connery. Connery trying to find number 18, Bryan, and intercepted there by Rathburn, Donovan Rathburn. And coming the other way now, Zukowski. He's chopped a little bit, and we're gonna have an offsides. Zukowski got chopped pretty good there by Wilbur, and causing the offsides. Close one there for BFA. Could have been a slashing call. Zukowski looking at the ref, wondering where the call was. So just some words from JP Benoit, coach of the Redhawks. Team is fairly well balanced in terms of age. 8 seniors lead the Redhawks. Offensive output has been greater this season than the previous 4. Longtime coach for the Redhawks, JP Benoit. I know Benoit likes coming up here, bringing the team to play, surprisingly. Zukowski now getting deep into the BFA zone. Alex Zukowski pressuring hard. And coming the other way now, Tatro with speed. Tatro just losing it, but again, no forecheck from BFA. And Menard now. Menard with speed getting through the neutral zone. Menard getting in the BFA zone. Dropping the puck off to Bernier. Bernier just losing it. Tatro again with speed, just dumping it down. He just didn't make the red line, and another icing call. So I'm not sure why he didn't take that extra step just to get over the red and dump it down. But we'll have another face-off in the BFA zone with 11:05 left in the second. Wilbur with the only lone goal for BFA. And Wilbur certainly getting a lot of ice time tonight for the Bobwhites. And we're just gonna have a quick word. Coach Roberts talking to the referee. So looking towards the playoff picture, South Burlington in first place right now in Division I, Rice in second, Colchester third, Spalding sitting in the 4th spot, Essex jumping up to the 5th spot, and BFA in 7 and CVU rounding it out. BFA in 6 and CVU rounding it out at 7. So a must win for both these two teams tonight. BFA especially trying to get in that decent spot for playoff time. I think in the past, the number 1 seed has gotten a bye in the first round. So Rice and South Burlington definitely top 2 teams currently, sitting South Burlington with 2 losses on the season overall, as well as Rice with 2 losses and 2 ties, but South Burlington with 15 wins. Looking at league play, South Burlington 10-1 in league play, which is pretty shocking. South Burlington, very strong team. Van Mullen brothers on that South Burlington Wolves team. And Rice 10-2-1 in league play, so only 2 losses for Rice as well as a tie. And Colchester 8-3. And things change a little bit. Jumping down to Spalding. Spalding 6-6-1 in league play. Essex 4-6-1 in league play. BFA 4-7-1. And the Redhawks 3-6-3. So things after the 3rd seed jump up a little bit in losses and ties. So it looks like we have a little delay here. Not sure what's going on. So So next BFA game will be 217 at home versus Hartford at 7 p.m. And last home game for BFA will be February 21st down at Cairns versus Rice. Tough matchup to play going just before going into playoffs. Rice, like I said, sitting at that 2 spot. So this broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stones Auto Repair, St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and Collins Pearling Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency services line, 802-524-6554. Then press 1, or you can always dial 988. One call could save a life. And last but not least, Northwestern Access TV is looking for part-time videographers. If you are interested in media production and recording other community events, please check out the Jobs tab at northwestaccess.tv for more information. Training can be provided for the right candidate. So it looks like we have the Collins Pearly Zamboni staff going over to fix one of the, I don't know if it's the boards or the glass. He's doing the chicken dance. Oh, looks like it's one of the panels of the boards. Whoever's on the radio right now has picking great music. They got the Jeopardy theme song, they got the chicken dance. Sorry folks for the delay. talking about now? Back with you here, ladies and gentlemen. Second period action, 11 minutes left in the second. BFA up 1-0. Sorry about the delay. Boards getting fixed finally. So Wilbur now kept in deep by the Red Hawks. And BFA struggling to get it broken out. I don't know. I didn't do anything.
Oh, okay, we're good now. Sorry.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
Sorry about that, folks. A little technical difficulty. So close one there for the Redhawks. Good save by Rathburn. Rathburn managing to keep BFA in this one. And BFA running two lines tonight pretty much. So by the end of this one, they'll be dog tired for sure. Clark now for BFA. And they're just telling him to dump it deep. So everybody's staying basically above the top of the circles and not forechecking at all, which is fine, not waste a lot of energy. Zukowski now for the Redhawks. Zukowski getting in the BFA zone. Shot by him, good block there from Clark. Shot again just wide from the Redhawks. And kept in there by the Redhawks and finally dumped out. Rathburn just allowing the puck to get intercepted. Bo Parent now for BFA. Bo Parent getting it out to Rathburn. Rathburn just dumping it out. And Tatro now for BFA. Tatro can't get it deep. And coming the other way is Jones. Jones off the boards to himself. Tatro. Tatro looking to get a long shot on Barnes. Barnes having a little trouble handling it. Zukowski now. Zukowski with a long stretch pass and intercepted by Rathburn again. And BFA dumping it down deep again. No pressure from BFA. And flicked out was the Redhawks. A little tip pass, so there'll be no icing. Back now for BFA is Alex Wilbur. Alex Wilbur taking a big hit. And Clark off the boards trying to find Perry. And Menard now with a good spin move. Nick Menard over the blue line. Nick Menard with moves. Menard with great moves and a close one there. You can see why Menard has 19 goals. Close one there for BFA. And that was probably their best chance, CVU. Shot there, kick wide by Rathburn. Menard again down low for the Redhawks. He just loses it to Colville Matthews. Matthews takes a tough hit off the boards. Back now is Jackson White. White has time, finds Menard. Menard over the blue line again. Nick Menard trying to go inside out. He just loses the puck. And good spin move there by Tatro. And again, the Redhawks getting into the BFA zone. And Parent now. Parent with speed, just losing the puck. And back now are the Redhawks, is number 13, Tegan Holmes. Holmes finding his man. Number 24, Keefe. Keefe couldn't connect with Bernier. And Zemanek manages to get it to Parent. Parent with a little flick pass trying to find Tatro. And the Redhawks will reset again. Back now is Barnes. Barnes through the neutral zone with speed. Barnes gets into the zone. He just loses the puck with a couple extra moves. Kept in by Holmes. Holmes dumps it down low. And Barnes now. Barnes and Zemanek. Zemanek manages to try to find Parent, and Parent can't handle. And again now is the Redhawks. Behind the net is Mulaney. Mulaney and Zemanek battling. Zemanek wins that battle. Zemanek off the boards, trying to find Parent, and they can't connect. And Jackson White gets it down deep for the Redhawks. Clark for BFA. Clark pressured hard by Barnes. Barnes and Clark battling. Tatro supporting. And Stroh now. Stroh just stripped by Tatro. Good defense there by Tatro. And pass there, Stroh. Stroh again has time. That pass is intercepted by Rathburn. Rathburn can't get it deep. Good shift by Donovan Rathburn though. And Stroh now for the Redhawks. Stroh with moves, shot there, just high over the shoulder of Rathburn. Mulaney now. Mulaney trying to get it out front. He can't do so. Zemanek trying to flick it out and kept in by Zukowski. Zukowski now. Zukowski. Good little block there from Wilbur with a skate. Down low now, Connery. Kept in by Mulaney. Mulaney dumps it down low to Connery. Connery holding. Connery behind the net. Connery looking for support. And picked up now. And it will be iced by Zemanek. And BFA will take that. 5:52 left in the second. 1-0 still BFA. BFA still struggling with a shortened bench. Running about 2 lines. So we'll get Bo Parent. Bo Parent, Perry, and Reed out. Mason Reed with Bobwhites. And Colby Magnan having trouble getting out. Bo Parent picks it up. Parent with speed, he'll dump it down low. No pressure again from BFA. And Nick Menard now. Menard, dangerous player for the Redhawks. He works it through the neutral zone. Nick Menard with moves. Menard again gets it out front, nobody there. Trevin Keefe trying to settle, he couldn't do so. Menard now working down to Keefe. Keefe with a wraparound shot there by Menard, and the net's off. Close one there. Nick Menard working into the zone, trying to get it out front to Trevin Keefe. And Keefe just couldn't handle, but Menard, dangerous player. I say it time and time again. So Mulaney and Tatro at the face-off dot in the BFA zone. One back by Mulaney. Shot there by Stroh, just wide. Kept in by Walpole. And Colville Matthews losing his balance. And BFA manages to get it out. Good job there by BFA. Stroh working over to number 11, Phelan. Phelan can't get it deep. Coming the other way, Colville Matthews gets pinched off by Stroh. And Colville Matthews holding his midsection. Not good there for BFA. They can't really lose a guy right now. And Stroh now, Travis Stroh, working through the neutral zone. Stroh with speed, good shot there. Blocker save by Rathburn. Good speed there by Travis Stroh. Coming the other way now, BFA, Tatro. Tatro with speed, great save by Barnes. And Tatro keeping it in. Tatro again. Tatro's got Rathburn open, they couldn't connect. Clark keeps it in. And BFA will back off. Stroh again. Stroh taking his time, working to his deep partner. Walpole. Walpole dumps it deep. 4:11 left in the second. Clark now for BFA. He has time as CVU changes. Clark through the neutral zone. He dumps it down deep. BFA will get a line change. Back now, Zukowski. Zukowski has time. Could be a stretch pass to Trevin Keefe, but Menard holding. Menard now with speed. Nick Menard with moves. Close one there again. Menard took a little slash in the hand. And Wilbur just losing the puck back to Zemanek. Zemanek off the boards. Zukowski picking up the puck, trying to get into the BFA zone. And we're gonna have an offsides. But Menard, once he turns the jets on, he's got some hands. He's had a few chances. So keep an eye on number 20, Menard for the Redhawks, having a hot season with 27 points. And Zemanek can't flick it out. And deep now is Connery. Connery losing the puck to Zemanek. He wins that battle. Zemanek now having issues. Connery all over him. Puck out front. Good D there from Mason Reed. Zukowski now. Zukowski working D to D with Mulaney. Mulaney holding. Quick little change there to get Perry and Tatro on. No pressure here. Mulaney will hold. Mulaney looking for support. Colville Matthews back on the ice. Good to see he's okay. And dumped down low was Connery. Zemanek pressured hard. Mulaney all over him. And great job keeping it in was number 18, Jack Bryan. But Zukowski couldn't keep it in. Zukowski resetting things for the Redhawks. Zukowski through the neutral zone. He's got speed. Trying to pinch him off was Colville Matthews. But Zukowski sticks with it. 2:37 left in the second. 1-0 BFA. Battle won there by Zemanek. Zemanek now, he's just gonna fling it off the boards and take a quick icing call. So not a lot of urgency from the Bobwhites tonight. They're just kind of going with the flow, not pressuring hard, just kind of playing safe hockey. But been successful so far, being up 1-0, getting that early goal. Wilbur now on the face-off. And one back by the Redhawks. Shot there by Stroh, just wide. Stroh gets it down low to his partner Barnes. Barnes gets pinched off by Wilbur and kept in by Holmes. Holmes tries to get it down to Stroh. Stroh loses it. And out by Rathburn, he gets it out. Offsides, they're gonna call that. 2 minutes exactly left in the second. So we're gonna have a face-off in the neutral zone. Mulaney and Wilbur. Mulaney dumps that into the zone. Good face-off by Mulaney. Clark now poking it up, trying to find Rathburn and Wilbur. Kept in by Barnes. Barnes now looking for support. Stroh now. Travis Stroh with a shot, just blocked. Stroh again. Stroh just losing his shot from the point. Rathburn gobbles it up. Good shot by Jackson White. junior defenseman. And we'll have line changes by both sides. So Bernier and Tatro in the BFA zone. Bernier wins that one. And Zemanek just flicks it out. Back now, Mulaney. Mulaney getting no pressure from Perry. Mulaney has time. Perry with a little bit of pressure now. Mulaney gets it into the BFA zone. Back now is Mason Reed for BFA. Reed with good pressure. Reed manages to get it out. Perry has time, picks it up. Perry just poked away a good D by Zukowski. And Zukowski again picks it up. Bo Parent just poking it away from Zukowski. Coming in the zone now is Keefe. Keefe with a shot just blocked. 1 minute left in the second. And BFA will flick it off the glass again and have about their 15th icing of the game. So Wilbur, Colville, Matthews, and Colby Magnan out for the Bobwhites. 48.9 left in the second. And Wilbur wins that draw. Taken in by the Redhawks. Good save by Rathburn. And a close one there. Brady Jones managing to get in all alone. Had a few moves trying to put it through Rathburn's legs. Rathburn shuts the door. Close one there for the Redhawks. Redhawks trying to get on the board quickly with 43 left. Get a goal going into the third period and tie this one up. Wilbur again on the face-off. One back by the Redhawks. Zemanek now. Zemanek off the boards. And Mulaney couldn't keep it in. Mulaney has support from Zukowski. Redhawks are going to have to reset things. Again, no pressure by BFA. Zukowski picks it up. Zukowski with speed. Alex Zukowski. Good moves by Alex. Zukowski almost with a toe drag. Good D by Clark. Pressured hard down low. 2-on-2. Wilbur almost running over one of the Redhawks players. And again, Wilbur just flicking it out of the zone. 2 seconds left. And that'll do it for the second period. So again, BFA escaping that period with a few close ones. Menard with the majority of the chances. Stroh having a few shots as well. Menard and Stroh, top players for the Redhawks. But Tommy Wilbur getting that early goal in the first period. And Barnes with the only penalty of the game for the Redhawks. And really, BFA having nothing set up on that power play, but they're just kind of keeping their heads above water at this point. So quick word here from our sponsors. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff and Swan Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans and East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. So we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back for third period action. BFA up 1-0 still going into the third period. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Bliss with Northwest Access bringing you third period action. Division I boys high school hockey. BFA Bobwhites taking on the CVU Redhawks. Bobwhites up 1-0 going into the third period. Thomas Wilbur getting that lone goal for the Bobwhites. Just a little turnover by the Redhawks. Wilbur went in and struck the back of the net. Nice low shot over Tommy Barnes' pad. And BFA down a few players tonight, but just keeping their head above water and not doing a lot of setting up, icing the puck a lot, but just doing what they can with what they have. And Redhawks on the other side, Zukowski looking great tonight. Travis Stroh, number 5 for the Redhawks, and Nick Menard, number 20 for the Redhawks. Very dangerous Menard. He's had a few chances tonight. So just about underway here for third period action. 15 minutes left in the game. And Wilbur, Perry, and Bo Parent will be out for BFA. And Mulaney, Barnes, and Stroh for the Redhawks. Zukowski and Mulaney on defense. Connor Mulaney at center. Has his brother, I assume, Calvin Mulaney on D. Zukowski now. Zukowski getting into Mulaney. Mulaney trying to find Stroh. And Bo Parent intercepts that. Zukowski now for the Redhawks. Dumps it down deep. And picked up now by Stroh. Stroh behind the BFA net. He spins off. Stroh holding onto it. Gets it up to Mulaney. He can't keep it in. Good pressure there by Perry. Picked up by Wilbur. Wilbur now through the neutral zone. Dumps it down deep. Zukowski now for the Redhawks. He will hold. And picked up now is Stroh. Travis Stroh through the neutral zone. Stroh getting in deep. Stroh with a tough angle. He holds on. Stroh getting it to Zukowski. Zukowski with space. High shot, just wide. Close one there. Zukowski looking for the top corner on Rathburn. And Rathburn fixing his mask as that one zoomed past his head. And the Redhawks will get a change. So Menard now. Deegan just finally getting his mask fixed. .14:07 left in the third. BFA up 1-0. Menard and Tatro at the face-off. One forward by Menard. Deegan pokes it away. Colville Matthews trying to poke it out. Kept in. Shot just wide by Holmes. And Colville Matthews having trouble getting out again. And Menard all over him. And battling as well was Bernier. Kept in, shot by Holmes. And Deegan gobbles that one up. And the Redhawks and BFA will get a change. So Wilbur at the face-off, and one back by the Redhawks. And Rathburn finally gets it out, and Perry dumps it down deep. Back now is Mulaney. Mulaney has some time. He holds. Coming the other way now with speed is Zukowski. Zukowski through the neutral zone. And good pressure there by Wilbur. And no whistle, could have been an offsides. Back now Zukowski again resetting. He tries to find his man, Ted Connery. Connery can't handle. So back now, Wilbur picks it up. Wilbur manages to get it out, and he flicks it down for an icing. So quick shifts here for the Bobwhites. Tatro, Parent, and Magnan out again. With Alex Wilbur on defense. And Zemanek. One back, Stroh with a shot. Great glove save by Rathburn. Close one there for Travis Stroh. Stroh, 11 goals on the year, 3 assists. Good save by Deegan Rathburn. Back now, Alex Wilbur behind the net. He loses the puck. Redhawks pick it up. And just losing it was Xavier Barnes. And flicked out, another icing there. Colby Magnan will dump it down. So Connor Mulaney at the face-off with Wilbur. And one back by Mulaney. Zukowski's gonna keep it in. He can't do so. Good pressure there by Colville Matthews all over Zukowski. Colville Matthews pressuring hard. Zukowski leaves it for Mulaney. Mulaney with time. Again, no pressure from BFA. Zukowski again works it up to number 17, Barnes. Barnes trying to find his man, Mulaney. They can't connect. Back now, Tommy Barnes will hold. Picked up by Mulaney. Calvin Mulaney now. Mulaney leaving for Zukowski. 12-10 left in the third. 1-0 BFA. Good pass there. Zukowski trying to find number 17, Xavier Barnes. And just ahead of Barnes on that one. Faceoff will be back in the Red Hawks zone. BFA with a change. Tatro Parent and Rathburn out. Donovan Rathburn, number 18 for the Bobwhites. Face-off one back by the Red Hawks. And Menard now. Menard working it up. Should have been an offsides call. Trevin Keefe keeps it in. Down low now, Bernier. Bernier and Menard. Menard just losing it. Menard again. Puck work back up to Walpole. Walpole with a shot. No problem there for Rathburn. He will glove that one. Nolan Walpole with a light shot. No trouble for Deegan Rathburn. Face off now, Bernier and Tatro. Bernier wins that forward. And Mason Reed now off the boards. He couldn't connect with Donovan Rathburn. Resetting now are the Red Hawks. They dump it down deep. Back now Clark for BFA. He takes a little pinch hit. Bo Parent now could be a 3-on-2. And Menard now. BFA could not get that 3-on-2 going. Menard with moves. Menard gets it in deep in the BFA zone. Out front. And Bernier couldn't get a shot off. BFA manages to get it out. Bo Parent now. Bo Parent with speed. Back for Red Hawks is Mulaney, excuse me. Calvin Mulaney works it to Zukowski. Zukowski with speed through the neutral zone. Good moves by Zukowski. Zukowski with a shot blocked by Clark. Clark with a good block. And kept in by the Red Hawks. Bernier, he just loses the puck. And Wilbur trying to connect with Colville Matthews. They're yelling no to not go deep in the zone. Zukowski picks it up. Colville Matthews needs to back check. Zukowski gets it up to his man, number 16, Ted Connery. Connery can't get it deep. And Jones now. Jones off the boards gets it deep for the Red Hawks. Deegan Rathburn will hold. And a little miscommunication there. Ted Connery now trying to find it out front. And Red Hawks can't keep it in. Delayed offsides. Zemanek for BFA flicks it up off the netting. And we'll have a face-off back in the BFA zone. Zemanek just trying to get it off the glass, but gets it a little high up into the netting. And Jack Bryan and Tatro on the face-off. Bryan wins that one. Perry battling with Zemanek. Perry off the boards. He will dump it down for another ice. So seems like that's the strategy tonight. Icing as much as you can for the Bobwhites. Red Hawks getting a line change. Stroh out with Mulaney and Barnes. Red Hawks first line. And Parent now has time. Parent gets tripped up. And we're going to have a tripping call. So Stroh is going to go to the box, Travis Stroh. And BFA will go on the power play. So second penalty of the game. Barnes in the first period. Xavier Barnes, number 17, getting that hooking call. And now Stroh going to the box for trip. BFA on the power play now. Zukowski for the Red Hawks back. And Coach Roberts telling them to back off. Zukowski's going to waste some time. Zukowski's going to hold. The only thing is the Red Hawks need to get a big goal here to tie this game. Zukowski trying to work into the zone he couldn't handle. Back now for the Red Hawks is Mulaney. Mulaney just trying to get it deep and waste some time. For the Red Hawks, Barnes with a tough angle shot, and Rathburn's going to hold. Xavier Barnes with a shot from the far boards. Rathburn with no trouble. Faceoff will be in the BFA zone now. And Trevin Keefe will go against Wilbur. He's got Zukowski on the point. And Clark now gets it out. Zukowski back now for the Red Hawks. He will waste some more time. BFA still on the power play. And the Red Hawks setting it up like they're on the power play almost. Zukowski now. Zukowski losing it again. He can't find his touches. And we're going to have an offsides. Trevin Keefe just jumping the gun. Zukowski still in the zone. 1:05 left on the Stroh call. 8:49 left in the third. BFA up 1-0. Lone goal by Tommy Wilbur. Barnes back. He will hold. And Menard now. Nick Menard for the Red Hawks. Menard with speed. Menard working through the neutral zone. He gets in to the BFA zone, but we're going to have another offsides. So Menard will get a line change. And Mulaney and Wilbur on the face-off now. Wilbur wins it back. And the Red Hawks will dump it down on Rathburn. He will have to hold. And he leaves it for Clark. Clark with a good spin move. Clark holding. And he's going to waste some time. 32 left on the Stroh call. And he works it up to Colby Magnan. Magnan will dump it down. And we're going to have another icing call. So both these teams' last 5 games have struggled. BFA 1-4 in the last 5. And the Red Hawks 2-3. So face off here, Perry. Perry trying to get it out, BFA does. And the Red Hawks now trying to get in the BFA zone again, intercepted by Tatro. Tatro with speed through the neutral zone, gets it in the Red Hawk zone. Shot there! High shot by Tatro. 4 left on the Stroh penalty. And we're back to 5-on-5. 7:43 left in the third period. Menard now. Menard for the Red Hawks, using his speed through the neutral zone. He gets into the BFA zone with very fast. Out front, close one there. Good pass by Menard. Menard again. Menard with the puck. He finds some space. Menard out front again. Good save by Rathburn. And BFA clears it out there. Close one there. Menard all over the BFA zone. And settled down here is Weinberg. Weinberg pressured hard. Weinberg now behind the BFA net. Weinberg still with the puck. And he just loses it to Perry. Perry will dump it down low. And back now, Zukowski has time. 6:50 left in the third, excuse me. Zukowski working through the neutral zone. Zukowski, another offsides call. I think Brady Jones just jumped the gun. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. Jack Bryan and Wilbur. Jack Bryan wins that. And back now Clark for BFA. Clark with a pass off the boards to Parent. Parent couldn't settle. Zukowski now, captain for the Red Hawks. Zukowski taking his time. Zukowski works it up and dumped in deep. Trying to dump in deep was Mulaney, and they couldn't do so. And Donovan Rathburn wanted to go grab that puck, but he's held off. And Zukowski again. Red Hawks resetting. Zukowski looking for support. He will take it himself. Zukowski pressured hard by Wilbur and Clark. Good D there. Donovan Rathburn. He will try to dump it down low. He just loses it. Jack Bryan now for the Red Hawks. Bryan has time and space. Jack Bryan will dump it down on Rathburn, just wide of him. Wilbur and Colville Matthews. And Mason Reed now behind the net. He will flip it out and just gets it out into the neutral zone. Back now Holmes for the Red Hawks. He works it over to Stroh. Stroh now takes his time. Travis Stroh trying to find his man. He does. Number 7, Connor Mulaney. Mulaney tries to get a shot off. Stroh picks up that puck, works it down deep. Back now for BFA's Mason Reed. Reed off the boards. Trying to find Colby Magnan. Magnan now. Back Alex Wilbur. Working it up to Colville Matthews. Colville Matthews manages to get it out of the zone. Good job by Colville Matthews. Back now for the Red Hawks is Jackson White. Jackson White with a long pass up to Stroh. Stroh with a nice turn. And he gets it in deep. Pressured hard by Bo Parent. Good shift by this line for BFA. I would say it's, I guess, the second line for BFA tonight. And flicked out by Zemanek. Tatro now trying to find Parent. Parent couldn't handle. Parent still with the puck. Good shift by him. He's taking a beating out there. Zukowski now, 4:30 left in the third. Stroh for Red Hawks. Stroh pressured hard. He picks it up again. Stroh resetting things. Back now, Zukowski. Zukowski gets in to the BFA zone. Alex Zukowski holding on to it. Zukowski taking his time, trying to find support. Nobody there. And Perry just trying to get the puck out of the zone. Perry gets it out. Jack Perry now for BFA. Gets it down deep. And we're going to have a line change for BFA. 4 minutes left. And good speed here from the Red Hawks. Getting in deep in the zone is Trevin Keefe. Keefe out front, nobody there. Good pass by Keefe. And Mulaney now for the Red Hawks. Mulaney looking for his partner. Off the boards to Menard. Menard getting it down deep. Menard. He can't settle. And BFA will try to flip it out again. Kept in. Deegan kicks that one aside. Back now is Mason Reed. Reed can't settle. Kept in again by the Red Hawks. Menard again. Menard holds on. Menard stick handling in a phone booth. Good moves there. D to D. Good block shot there from BFA. And gobbled up by Deegan Rathburn. Good block by Colby Magnan. But also a good shift by Nick Menard with great moves down deep in the BFA zone. Face-off will be in the BFA zone. Connor Mulaney against Tatro. Tatro wins that over, trying to find Perry. Kept in deep is Mulaney. And Colville Masters trying to play out. Stroh with a great shot off the crossbar. And they're going to need a new puck after that one went down behind the glass. But great opportunity there by Travis Stroh. Trying to find his 12th goal of the year. Close one there for the Bobwhites. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout. 2:55 left in the third. JP Benoit taking a timeout, trying to find any sign to get a goal here to put this thing into overtime. So I think if you're the Bobwhites, you're going to try to keep doing what you can to keep your head above water. I know I keep saying that term, but that's what they're doing, just icing the puck. Not a lot of urgency tonight. And they're just going to keep icing the puck. If you're the Bobwhites on the other side, they're probably going to try to pull Tommy Barnes and get an extra skater out there. Probably have Stroh, Zukowski, Menard, a few of those guys to get something drawn up and get a goal on the board if you're CVU. Appreciate everybody watching and listening tonight. Face off in the BFA zone. And one back by the Redhawks. Down deep is Barnes. Barnes for the Redhawks. He's pressured hard by Alex Wilbur. Picked up by number 7, Mulaney. Mulaney with a shot off Rathburn's mask. Good save by Deegan Rathburn. Stroh keeps it in. Stroh with a long shot. Blocked there by Wilbur. Wilbur just trying to get it out. Stroh tries to keep it in. Perry now has time. Perry with a long shot on Barnes. And he will hold. And close one there for the Redhawks as well, up in Deegan's mask area. And he's shaking up a little bit. So look for the goalie to be pulled for the Redhawks. And one back by the Redhawks. And they'll take their time. Not pressured hard. Stroh picks it up. Travis Stroh taking his time. Works it up in the neutral zone. Stroh will flip it in deep. Way off the top of the glass. And Stroh gets his own dump in. And good pressure there by Bo Parent. And that one's off the BFA bench. So we'll have a whistle. Faceoff will be in the BFA zone again. So Tatro and Mulaney, Connor Mulaney on the faceoff. Stroh will back him up at the top of the circles and Zukowski behind him. One back to Stroh. Stroh will leave it for Zukowski and a little miscommunication there. Zukowski gives it back to Stroh. Stroh has time. He flicks it in deep. Zemanek all over him. Zemanek trying to ice it out. Stroh again. Stroh pressured hard. And good time wasting here by Zemanek. And Redhawks managed to pick it up. Calvin Mulaney now. Mulaney gets it down deep to Stroh. Stroh out front, nobody there. And Magnan now. Colby Magnan on the open net. And 2-0 BFA. Colby Magnan with the open net. Stunned the Redhawks. So Colby Magnan finding his way through the neutral zone, seeing that open space in front of him. CVU Redhawks just starting to manage to set things up, and a little turnover, and Magnan seals the deal. So BFA is going to take a timeout as well. But good job by Colby Magnan to see that open space in front of him and get that goal for BFA. So goals from Thomas Wilbur in the first period, and that goal from number 23, Colby Magnan. The sophomore for BFA getting that nice goal. and putting BFA up 2-0 with only 1:25 left in the third. So Tommy Barnes will go back in the net for the Redhawks. And we'll have just 1:25 left in the game. And Menard and Wilbur at the faceoff. Faceoff won back by Wilbur. And Wilbur picks it up, dumps it down deep. Barnes will hold for Zukowski. Zukowski now has time. Zukowski works it up, and that will not be an icing call. Clark back now takes a big hit from Trevin Keefe. And Redhawks can't set up again. Flicked out by Wilbur. Back now Zukowski, 1 minute left in the third. And we'll have an ice. So CVU is going to pull the goalie again. Get that sixth skater out. See if they can pop one in. So Mulaney taking the faceoff for the Redhawks. Kept in by Zukowski. Just managing to get it out was BFA. And Menard now. Menard getting in deep. And CVU's going to set up. Stroh now. Stroh with a shot. Good save by Rathburn. And Colville Matthews getting a run over by Travis Stroh. And close one there. Menard working it up to Stroh. Stroh with a nice low shot on Rathburn, but he gobbles it up. And Mulaney now. Mulaney wins it back. And shot just wide by his brother Mulaney, Calvin. And out front, high shot there. And BFA manages to get it out again. 26 left in the third. Calvin Mulaney works it up to Zukowski. Zukowski hits it to Stroh. Stroh hits the brakes. Stroh trying to find his man on the side of the net. Barnes. And again, the Redhawks set up. Menard with a tough angle shot. Good block shot there by Clark. Redhawks in front again. And bodies are flying. Stroh on this tough angle. Good save by Rathburn. And that will be the game. And the boys are pumped. They managed to get out of this one with a shutout. Rathburn getting that great shutout tonight. BFA struggling with just the few skaters they had, but good game by the Redhawks. So just two penalties tonight, both on the Redhawks. Barnes getting that hooking call and Stroh getting that trip. But goals coming from BFA was Tommy Wilbur in the first period, and then Colby Magnan getting that second goal to seal the deal on that open netter. So big win for BFA tonight. Otherwise, they would probably drop down where CVU is in the 7th spot in the seedings. So that puts BFA up to 7-10-1 for their record, 5-7-1 in league play. So we're going to go to the Northwest Access Player of the Game. I thought Tommy Wilbur had a great game. Obviously, not a ton of guys to choose from as far as the normal roster, but I think Colby Magnan also had a great game. He had that goal. Mason Reed had a great game on defense. Colville Matthews, he really took a lot of hits tonight. Jack Perry had a great game. But I'm gonna give tonight's Northwest Access Player of the Game to Colby Magnan, the sophomore forward for BFA. So congratulations to him tonight. So we're going to be back with you for the next game on February 17th at home versus Hartford at 7 o'clock. And then the last game of the season will be February 21st down at Cairns versus Rice, which will be a tough matchup to end the season. and go into playoffs. So just a quick word from our sponsors. This broadcast would not be possible without our community partners. Thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff in Swanton Lumber, Northwest Counseling and Support Services, Afterglow, Stone's Auto Repair in St. Albans, East Fairfield, Notch, Vermont, JC Image, Union Bank, and Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Center. If your business would like to support the efforts of Northwest Access TV to help broadcast live games of Franklin County athletes, contact 802-782-8676. Over the last 4 years, Northwestern Counseling and Support Services has been in partnership with the Afterglow Foundation, working to prevent suicide deaths in our community. If you are concerned about yourself or a loved one, there are people in our community that can help. Reach out to NCSS 24 hours a day on our confidential emergency services line, 802-524-6554, then press 1, or you can always dial 988. One call could save a life. And last but not least, Northwestern Access TV is looking for part-time videographers. If you're interested in media production and recording other community events, please check out the Jobs tab at northwestaccess.tv for more information. Training can be provided for the right candidate. So the BFA Comets getting a 6-0 win, and the BFA Bobwhites getting a 2-0 win over CVU. So we'll be back with you on February 17th for Hartford, and great game by BFA tonight to get that win with what they were dealing with. And I am Jason Bliss with Northwest Access. Congratulations to Colby Magnan on Northwest Access Player of the Game, and I appreciate everybody listening tonight. Have a good night.